a day?
I've got 10 grand in one area. In
One estate.
One estate.
Yeah.
So we added, it was about 1,000, roughly about 1,500 quid extra a month just by doing that. I was at 35 vans to do 3.5 million. One that was like £90 a lead. So 2026, I want to be at least 800 grand, but a million was what I want. Marketing it doesn't mean anything. Marketing's rubbish.
Hey, Jim turns up and it all just goes full to shit.
No,
doesn't it?
That's it, mate. See how my life's been for the last 20 years.
Yeah, like this episode of the podcast.
Right, so listen, 1st of September.
Was the last time you came on, yeah?
And then since then, so take it from when you walked out of here, because you just had the intervention. You almost croaked it. You had the admin girl coming in, office manager.
Yeah, and she's doing great. So it took me until now, really, last week or two, for her to get all the information out of my head into a cleaner planner we're using. And now it's all in cleaner planner and it works well.
What sort of stuff did you put onto her when she started?
Her job for the first month was to get basically my phone book in my phone onto cleaner planner.
You didn't even have the...
Because I was running everything out of my head, wasn't I? You know, I was running 1,500 customers out of my head, which wasn't even the right number because I was guessing most of it.
What was the number when you put them in?
No, it was close to that, probably 14 and a half. But then during that time as well of her coming into the business, I put prices up.
Yeah.
So I lost a good chunk, maybe 200 or 300 customers. So, but in that whole period... So when we started hitting 400k, in that whole period, the revenue's not changed. So it's still at that.
So you've got less customers, but the same revenue.
Yeah. So it's better pricing. And now everybody's aware of it. So the lads were going out before, and it was a bit like wing it, basically. Mm-hmm. We're going to get to near 400, and they'd phone me at 2 o'clock. I've run out of work, and I'd magic up 200 quid's worth of work or something to finish it off. Yeah. But now this is set every day. The lads know what they've got. They get it on their iPad. It's all downloaded, ready for them.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate here a little bit. You're about 1,400 customers, but you've got 5 staff. Is that right?
I've got, but they're not all full time.
So do you ever think you might have too many staff for the amount of customers you've got?
I know some of your Discord said that the other day. I'm not. I personally don't think so.
So they're busy enough.
Well, I'm struggling to cope with the workload now. When I get more stuff in, I'm then struggling to cope with the workload.
So how many jobs do you reckon they're doing per day?
Between 18 and 20, average guy.
And you're 4 and 8 weekly?
More 4.
So they should be able to handle 500 customers each a month. Is that right?
125 a week, roughly.
Yeah. About 500 a month?
20 a day is 125 is 100 a week. So 400 customers a month, I would go
because
for.
they're not all full-time.
Yeah.
So 400 customers.
And say each field unit, we call them now, every van basically needs to do between 80 and 100k, I would think. I know some of the people on the Discord are saying 120k, and James Clean Marketing
I think it's very, very difficult to push to 120.
120k is a lot from one van, one person.
If you've got good pricing.
So you can do it. You did it before you took on Elliot, yeah?
I was doing it myself, but that was a lot of ad hoc work.
Yeah.
That I don't want the headache of sending staff to go and do.
Yeah.
So I think doing windows, gutters, soffits and fascias is very, very difficult to hit 120k per van. It's not impossible. It's just very, very difficult. And I think you'd have to have strong pricing. And if you didn't have strong pricing, be doing 30 to 40 jobs a day. Like you'd have to be way more compact.
Yeah.
Well, if you had 30 jobs on the same road, I think that'd be...
But who's got that, unless it's completely canvassed?
Well, yeah, but that'd be the...
That's you, though. All your work's within a couple of miles, isn't it?
Yeah, but mine's very compact, yeah.
So if you've got any days where you've got 30 jobs on one road?
I've got it within an estate, yeah.
So do they do that in one person do that in one day?
That one van is in every day of the month.
Really?
Yeah.
And how many jobs are they knocking out a day?
I've got 10 grand in one area, in one estate. One estate.
Yeah.
One in a month.
Every month, yeah.
We're just touching on your pricing. You said you had a price increase and you lost about 200 customers. What did it go to? What's an average?
So if it was like we were about £16 for the minimum charge, 16 quid. That went to 18 quid. And then, so if you were under 20 quid, it would go up to the minimum charge or add a quid on. And if it was over 20 quid, I'd add 2 quid on. That's how I did it. So we added, it was about 1,000, roughly about 1,500 quid extra a month just by doing that.
Yeah.
And with that what you lost.
Which is mad, isn't it? Yeah, after you lost it.
Yeah. I think Patrick from Abacus touched on this the other day in the Discord. It's very, very unlikely you'll lose money raising your prices.
Yeah.
It's like you're always going to walk away with either the same money or a little bit more. And I think, within reason, obviously, if you doubled your prices, then you're probably going to...
I think the mistake that people make is, and I've done it, is you go, I had a £17.50 customer. It's easy to do. You're there for 10 minutes and you think it's £17.50. That's not bad, right? But I went to him and said, well, no, mate, it's now 20 quid, right? Because this is the standard for your house. And he just went, no. And I've gone, this was then, I wouldn't do it now. Don't worry about it. We'll keep it at 17.50, right? If you do that, you've just undermined everything that you set out to do.
Yeah, agreed.
And if he gets wind and says that to anybody else, in that area, you've undermined that as well. It's not a good place. So you need to get that £17.50 for 10 minutes out your head and say, no, it doesn't matter how long it takes you, it's underpriced.
Yeah, because when you take on a staff member, it might not take them 10 minutes. Exactly. It might take them 20 minutes.
And we found that. You can't, you will find when you take someone on, you'll find at the moment, and I have found in the past that no one works like me. No one works like you, and no one will work like you, Dan. No one is invested as you. So if you say you can do 120 grand in one van, you can. I could do that, but your staff member won't. Definitely won't.
I'm not even aiming for that though.
What are you aiming for, like Elliot's van?
Anything over 80, I'll be happy with.
I agree.
I think 80 is like a cushy job.
Even
like,
depending on what you're paying them, even if you're paying them silly money, you're making money on 80 grand.
Yeah. I think if he consistently does 100 grand a year,
I think that's a great number.
I think I'm over the moon.
Which was in the Discord, and to plug for the Discord because I spend my life on it. I now have it in my office on a separate screen.
Do you
and
really?
It just runs like that
That's
by the side. You have to keep refreshing it, depending on the arse. But I was saying to scale where we want to be, I want to do 3.5 million. I want to be the biggest window cleaner in England. And when I put my post of how much staff I need, I got slated. They were like, why do you need that many staff? And I was like, because I've got previous experience of how much it takes to do those numbers. So you're just multiplying it by how much revenue I want to do.
Yeah, I think though, as...
Why would it change? Why would you go...
Yeah, because as you grow, you'll find that you have 30 houses on one road and then those guys can do £600-700 a day because that you have to be more compact, right? To cover that, either that or you branch out further into the country.
That was what I was going to do. But
so if you're doing that, then yeah, you're going to need
lots of vans
and lots of staff, but then your margins are going to suffer. So you've got someone like Abacus who aims for 160 to 170 grand per van per year, but a good portion of their income's commercial.
Yeah.
So for you to think that 3.5 million quid with what you do now, and a portion, but a portion of that is going to be commercial, that doesn't require. If it was all domestic, then yeah, you'd need 35 vans. But it's not going to be all domestic. You could have £1 million worth of commercial, which can be brought into 25 vans.
Yeah.
You just spread that portion of work across.
But the domestic at the moment, the commercial at the moment, I've got big jobs where they're £1,000 a domestic customer, right? That still fits into that 100,000 per van.
Yeah, but I think you've got too many staff members.
What are you turning over now?
400, same.
404 vans.
5 vans, but not all full time, right?
The fifth van's not running yet, but it will be soon.
If you added them all together, you'd probably be 3 full-time vans, right?
No, there's a person in a van, in all 4 vans every day of the week.
How are they not? How are they all full time? Not full time then.
2 people on 4 days a week.
Yeah.
No, I've got 5 members of staff.
Yeah.
I've got 2 full timers.
Yeah.
2 members on 4 days a week, and 1 on 3 days a week.
So
that only gives me 1 day a week of an extra man.
But there's 4 days.
If you add it up.
There's 4 days there that
are not being used.
So that's a van. Does that make sense?
No.
Because you've got 2 staff members only doing 4 days. So that's a day for each of them. So if they worked 5 days, your 3-dayer would only need 1 day.
Yeah.
So then you just spread that 1 day between the other 4 guys. Then immediately you're a staff member down.
1 day a week. There's 2 men in 1 van, but only 1 day a week.
Yes, effectively, I think we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, I understand.
You could shave down if you really wanted to be more efficient. You could probably shave down to 3 full time and a part time, rather than 4 and a part time. If you really wanted to. So then take that same multiple now and multiply it up to 3.5 million. You're probably at 25 vans.
I think, yeah, if not more.
Yeah. But I think that's where you would save.
Well, if you think of Pryor's got better
he doesn't
pricing
do any commercial, though.
No commercial. If he's on, say, 2.5, 25 vans is the right number, isn't it? That's 100k a van.
He hasn't got 25 vans on the road, though.
I thought he had 22 when you last spoke to him.
He had 24, but I think the choice of full 4 of them weren't out.
Yeah, I thought he was 22 and then he had 3 in the yard.
Yeah, something like that. It was like 19 or 20 vans out full time. Something like that. But it's
not far off the figures, though.
It's not far, but like when you're scaling up, I think what they were saying in the Discord, when you're scaling up to that point, it becomes all about how much profit margin you can make, right?
Yeah.
So if you're running 3.5 million, but you've got 10 too many staff members, that's 350 to 450 grand out of your 3.5 million that you're throwing down the drain that you don't need to spend. If you just increased efficiencies, which ultimately is going in your pocket because the same amount of work could get done.
Yeah.
And this is why Pryor does it as well. And Patrick, they demand more from their guys. They pay them slightly better, but they demand more because it's all about the profit margins. I think that's all that. I don't think anyone was cutting you down. I think it was more so look at it this way.
I like the banter. You got to take from it what's just pulling my leg and what's not. And I was at 35 vans to do 3.5 million.
It's not 100K. The maths isn't wrong. You're not wrong with what you're saying.
You still make money doing that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And you'd probably still make 10%, which is what people are supposed to make when you.
Yeah. But you could probably make 20%.
You could probably make 20% if you were doing it.
Yeah.
But
and when you're talking 3.5 million, that's the difference between 350 grand and 700 grand.
Yeah.
Which is
a
huge difference, especially if you want to grow as well. So you could still pull 10% for yourself and have 350 grand to grow with every year.
Just thinking that 4 days that I've got extra, the way I looked at it, is because the next van's coming. So he's going to go into the next van. He will go up in hours and then make the next van.
What's your thought process with the part-timers? I know your main guy is getting older and that's why he's dropped down to 4 days.
Both of them are getting older and just want to go down to 4 days. And then I've had to restructure the rest of it because I had 3 leave.
Yeah.
And so I always had 4.5, 5, and then 3 leave almost in the same week. So I had to
So the guy that does 3 days a week,
he's new.
He's new. Has he chosen to do 3 days a week, or you've only given him 3 days?
A week, yeah. And then the 2 other new staff are full timers. Right. They've been with me 2 weeks now. That's all.
They're doing all right.
They're making mistakes as they do, but they're not bad.
Just tell. I don't know unless you don't want to. That phone call you received when I opened the door to you, or the voice note, or was it voicemail? Tell them what you said.
He said the guy turned up, stood outside. I opened the garage for him to go through, and he drove off.
Mate, who wants staff?
I got better ones than that. I've got ones, they go out to a new place and they think they're cleaning the right house, they're not.
Cleaned the wrong one.
I've had that a few times.
So I think I told this story, didn't I, a couple of weeks ago? Elliot done that. So he pulled up, and the houses went like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
But he obviously one of the front doors was open, so he assumed the one that he was doing was 2 up from the one to the left, which would have been the one we were supposed to do. So he's cleaned the next door neighbour. Anyway, she's called and said, "I've just looked on the Ring doorbell. He's cleaned next doors." So I sent him back. He knocked on the door that we cleaned and said, "Look, I'm really sorry. I've cleaned your windows. Obviously, there's no charge, but if you want a window cleaner, brilliant." She was like, "I do want a window cleaner. Like, I thought I'd booked you." So she'd been talking to someone else. Anyway, closed her. She hadn't paid us.
No way. No way.
We've done we didn't charge her for the first clean, the second clean. We done, and she's not paid. But she has texted today and said she's had money troubles and she's sorting it out. But I was like, we weren't even meant to be a customer. She calls me grief.
I think there's people who are talking about training in the Discord for a new cleaner. I think if you've not cleaned before, it's quite difficult for me. Like that new guy's on 3 days a week. He's never cleaned a window in his life. I took him, a different member of staff took him out every day for 2 weeks. And I thought he'll be fine. And he wasn't fine. He wasn't hitting his target. He was coming home and there was lots of jobs left that he hadn't done. And I think sometimes you need a decent period. I know you said with Elliot you did like 8 weeks or something, yeah?
Yeah,
but originally it was going to be like 12.
I wanted to do
3 months.
3 months, and then it ended up being about 7 weeks, I think, something like that.
It's just quite long, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually.
For me, it was more so, can you get around all the work and just get an idea of like what jobs are awkward,
Well,
stuff
I'll give you an
like
example of that. One guy that left did my entire round in Stamford, which is 12 miles away from my house, from my unit. I've just bought another unit as well, leased another unit. He did that whole round, so I haven't even seen that round, right? So when he left and he went in like 2 weeks, the new guy, he's taken over that round, and he's gone out there and he's just don't know where anything is. It's quite hard to find. It's quite countrified. The names of houses, Z numbers and stuff like that. I went out with him one day, and I think it was St Mary Street. And I cleaned 2 and 3 St Mary Street, and they were like £45 each. And it wasn't St Mary Street; it was St Mary's Hill, right?
Oh man!
But Dan saw, and it was good for him to see it because he was like, "Oh, we just wasted all that time." I was like, "Just chill, don't worry." I knocked on the door; they're now customers.
Yeah,
there you go.
It does.
I got them
as
£45 each. Added on that was £90 that we didn't have before. Added on the day, and we still got the ones we were supposed to do.
Who is it was telling us that was someone's whole gambit?
Yeah, clean the wrong house.
He would just go to an estate.
I've seen him do it
and just clean houses, and then say, "Oh, I'm really sorry, I've cleaned the wrong house."
Yeah, but I think like of a row of 20 houses, what are you going to get? 1, 2, and you've just cleaned 20 houses.
Yeah,
for 1 or 2 new customers.
Saying that though,
but yeah, on the economies of scale, you
were talking about. It's not horrendous cost per customer.
Probably better than door knocking.
I was talking to my mate Sim this morning about what you pay for like Facebook leads and stuff like that. And I think you were talking about one that was like £90 a lead.
I had a shocker, yeah.
That's a lead, not a confirmed job, yeah.
Yeah.
That was when you first started doing it.
But you might not even get that. So that's just
mate, yeah, totally.
Just a lead.
But that's when I was learning. So the very first time I ever ran an advert, I ran it in a town of 5,700 houses. And I thought, I'm going to pick up everyone, as you do, right?
And you also decided to go with your own design rather than what everyone was using at that point.
So that's up for debate because I was very happy with that design.
It looked awesome
because
obviously didn't perform as well as
it was. It never got the
instead of the standard one where you got a picture of him holding a pole.
Yeah.
So it was that there was a little bit. It was just a little bit tasty and a little bit more bougie than just the generic multicoloured one. I call it the child's one because it just looks like a.
I preferred your one. It just doesn't.
I preferred the quality.
Yeah.
I preferred the quality of that.
It looked awesome.
Anyway, I ran it in 5,700 houses and I had 2 leads for £300, £150 a lead, and I only converted one of them. But then I learned, so I pulled it instantly, and a lot of colourful language later.
Just on an average.
What is in the leads?
Yeah, what would you pull in now if you put
So I can't ever really move off £20 for a lead.
A lead?
Yeah. But that's for window cleaning. I'm quite happy with that. A lot of people get free
£20 a lead.
But you'd say that a lot of people get free £4 or £5 a lead. I've never ever seen anything less.
But if you was canvassing it and it was a £20 customer, you'd pay 60 quid, 80 quid for that job.
Yeah, well, that's confirmed customer though, not lead, is it? If you
when does it change from a lead to a confirmed customer? When you clean it,
once they've
it's a conversion,
paid you, but once they've confirmed they want to sign up, I would class that as a close. But generally, across the board of my whole year on Facebook, we were closing 1 in 4.
And what was that one costing you?
I think I spent about 10 grand last year on Facebook.
It's about 800 quid a month.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, some months are a little bit more, some months are a little bit less. But I can't remember the exact figures. We added about 82 grand a year to the round. Something like that.
Sounds like I'd pay that for that.
Yeah.
Mate,
it was good.
You got some big growth to do, ain't you?
Yeah.
You got some big growth to do.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it because you've gone down the investment route, right?
I have. I'm not going to name him.
No. We weren't expecting you to do that.
He's a friend of my old man's.
What's his date of birth?
Yeah.
What's his sort code and account number?
Yeah.
What's his mother's maiden name?
I didn't even know that. He is, and he's just come in with a fresh approach. I need some capital. I need to learn how to grow properly. I can grow, but I'm just spending too much money.
So
to grow.
I don't know if you want to say how much he's invested or not. But
no, but
that's
it's
fine.
a decent amount of money.
So then, what can we talk about? What your plans are with the money?
To some debt to clear.
Mm-hmm.
There's the new unit that I've just signed for.
Are you on the hook for your one, or has he let you off?
No, I'm keeping it.
You are keeping it.
Yeah, I'm keeping it.
So you're gonna have 2 units.
Both, and
the
they're
podcast
opposite
studio.
each other. Yeah. Well, talking to you earlier might not be a podcast studio, but yeah, I can definitely use the space. Yeah, and I can sublet certain parts of it anyway.
And they're opposite each other.
Yeah, well, diagonally, yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. But this one's 8 times the size of the one I got for only double the money.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Makes sense.
So,
Are you getting stung on rates for that as well? Having 2
it's
units?
all under.
What, with both of them?
Yeah, with both.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I don't know how they do that, but it was Potters who put it on the thing. Like my new unit, the rateable value is 7.7, which is under, and the one I'm in currently is only like 3 something, so it's under the 12, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
What sort of growth are we anticipating then?
So 2026, I want to be at least 800 grand, but 1 million was what I want.
I was going to say he's come down from 1 million, hasn't he?
No, I want 1 million, but even the investor and talking to lots of other people, that might not.
So what you?
I don't think it's
dreaming.
impossible for you to hit that in growth. It's just the logistics of managing it in such a short period of time.
Yeah, what I'd like to get to, the point is where I'm sitting at the computer with the office manager on a Monday trying to plan out the work for the week, or on a Sunday plan out the work for the week, and I'm not getting to Thursday and going, I've got no work for Friday. That'd be I want it to be full.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not, even of the figures that I'm doing.
Get rid of a staff member and then your job done, mate.
but then you can't grow because you're out of capacity of everything.
Yeah, that's very
If you're running 100% in 4 vans, you can't grow anywhere.
Unless you push the round back.
So what I thought
there is a method.
So we aim. I know you aim for 500 a day. We aim for 400, and if you get any extra, great. If you minimum is 400 quid, you go out there, do 20 jobs, and it's £400. You've had a good day. So if it's 8 grand a month per van, 32 grand currently on 4 vans. So when you put 5 vans, you just added another 8 grand. And I don't think that's a bad way of growing.
No, it's not.
So you had a van, you've got to fill that van, but what you could do, the investor's idea, or I think it was on Discord as well, is if they're doing 8 grand and they're not at capacity, just take them down to doing 6.5 grand each van a week, and take that 1.5 and put it on the 5th van from each van. So then the 5th van's full, doing 6.5 a week. So you now got 5 vans doing 6.5.
With extra capacity.
All the ability to grow.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad way forward.
Oh, I think that's how I would do it.
One, but the investment to do that, You got to train a new staff member. You got to pay a new staff member. So you're looking at 35 to 40, I would imagine, with your time invested in training them as well. You got to get a new van, whether you lease it or not. You still got to pay for it.
Yeah.
You got to get new kit, and you got to fill that van with work. I reckon you're at 50k.
Probably.
A van.
How quickly do you think you could fill a van?
You asked me that on one of the ones I watched the other day.
It was the last episode.
The thing is,
I've got it wrote down in front of me.
If you
said make sure you get it right, Jim. He's fact checked you.
If you said it was my entire job, I had nothing else to do, I'd fill it in a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
Bruv, verbatim. That is exactly what he said last episode. That is word for word.
There you go. But I've got to run a 400k business.
See, it's not true what they say about you, Jim. You're all right, mate.
See, it's rubbish. Right. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. But you've got to run the business.
Again, I'm going to just be the little devil on your shoulder for this episode. You've got an office staff member.
Yeah.
5 cleaners.
Yeah.
What's your job if it's not getting more work? What takes up the bulk of your time that stops you from focusing 100% of your time on getting more work? It's getting
okay. So next year there's another project coming on that I will come here and speak about when it's running. That has the potential to outgrow any plans I've got for PCS. If that goes right, it's in the cleaning industry. If that goes right, I think PCS can just put it along in the background doing a couple of million a year, but this will really take off. So when that happens, I'll come on and I'll tell you about it, and it's revolutionary. It'd be great.
Do you think the effort you're putting into that project is going to hold you back from reaching your growth goal for next year?
No, because I've got help with that. There's other people involved. It's not just me.
Okay.
With the other thing?
With the other thing, yeah. Yeah.
So that's what's stopping you from focusing on getting work.
It's a product. It's not a service.
Yeah.
All my life, I've done time for money. Is that the expression?
Yeah.
Expression. Swapping time for money. And this is not. I'm selling something physical. So it's completely different. It's a completely different way of selling as well.
You can fire us one down to chest or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Is it testable?
Yeah. Well, kind of. Yeah. Kind of. I can't say anything because there's other people involved.
That's fair enough.
Listen, we are digressing. Let's get back on the roadmap to get to the million or the 800k. 800k.
Well, you asked me what I'm doing. Like this morning, I was in the office at 6, sorting out a bit of paperwork and stuff. 8 o'clock, I was meeting a customer on site. That took 2 hours for the job I'm doing on Thursday and Friday. Got a 10 grand job Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning.
Beautiful.
Great. And it came from, I did the same job 9 years ago, and they kept my details for 9 years.
That's really
right.
What is it?
9 years ago, I tell you what, I was a right cowboy 9 years ago. They've got a loft. It's a 3-story office block, and all metal clad all the way around, and the top windows at the top, and the entrance windows. It's like a Volvo, like a lorry garage where they fix lorries. And to get to the gutters, you either got to go on a cherry picker, which is the right way of doing it, or there's a loft hatch at the top. They'll get you onto the roof. So I got my mate 9 years ago. I remember doing it. I tied a rope around my waist. He tied a rope around his waist, and he went down over the roof to the gutters on the edge and cleared out all the gutters. And I think the only thing stopping him from dying is my tightening of a knot and my weight holding him down. And you think you just wouldn't do it now, you know.
That was the norm 9 years ago, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There's no health and safety.
Didn't even think twice about it.
Crazy, isn't it?
And now I've got to get cherry pickers in and do it properly. But I've got my PAF license, so it's fine.
Is it? How many guys you got on that job?
So that's good. That's a good job. So it's just one of the new full timers, cherry picker driver, because I don't want to do it, and I'm going to be like banksman.
So yeah.
So 3 people's wages and a cherry picker.
How many? 3 days.
Does the cherry picker guy come with the cherry picker?
Yeah. This guy I've used before, good lad, Nigel. He's an old boy. He should be retired, but he's still working.
You're not paying him enough, Jim.
No, flipping am. We did a job in Southampton. I paid him £750 a day, plus the cherry picker.
Oh, plus the cherry pick. Fucking hell. I'm going to go buy a cherry picker.
Cool, he's on great money.
Yeah, but it was a pig of a job. He did it in 2 days.
Good for him. Let's circle back then. So you got some investment coming. You're going to pay down some debt. What are you going to spend on for growth for quick doubling the round?
Get the next van.
Yeah.
So where it's coming, it's the ID Buzz that I've wanted. It's coming in January.
Do you build your own vans?
No. You should know by now. I'm not technical.
No, but
I can just clean windows and order people around.
That was an open-ended question where you're going to tell me what you do in your vans, Jim. So you buy the van in, then you take it to who?
It's CleanLink. Tom at CleanLink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now Tom's fitting out, taking the van to him tomorrow. He's putting a window cleaning kit at the back of one van, a 350 litre window cleaning kit at one van, electric wheel, and at the side door, a pressure washer with a 350 tank on the back.
Do you think 350 is big enough?
Well, you've done more pressure washing than me.
Not for the pressure washing, for windows.
Oh, for window, yeah.
Plenty big enough for the pressure washing.
Yeah, plenty big enough for windows. I've got two of my vans do less than 400 litres, and they easily do 400 quid a day.
Really?
And have water left. I think people can overkill how much water they put on.
What do you run your pumps at?
50, 45, 50, I think. Mm-hmm. That's quite
interesting.
A stream, though. That's
45, 50. Yeah.
We're recently up to 60.
I think you'd be fine
game
with 60.
Changer.
Yeah.
But you need 500.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, I'm not run out of water, but probably been close a couple of times.
So what, I've got 800, 650, 400, 375, and then there'll be 350 in this next one. And 350 in the Buzz.
Is the Buzz going to be your van?
Well, that was the idea, but it's probably just going to go on a staff member. Yeah.
I was going to say, are you getting back on the tools at any point or not? Is that?
I've dabbled with the idea.
Yeah.
But my family and people will tell you that's a really bad idea.
Yeah, history will just repeat itself.
Yeah. Because you're just go.
Too many hats in it.
You know. And I'm already spinning too many hats.
Yeah, especially if you've got this other project going on, you really need
What's the avenue for the growth then? How are we going to get the customers?
I've got some canvassers from your Discord, and you gave me a canvasser's number. So I've got two different canvassers doing December and January, a few days, see how they get on.
What sort of goals have you given them to hit?
Whatever you pick up, I will pay for. But I want decent. So I send them to a decent area is the first thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, new estates, canvassers tend to like new builds.
Yeah.
And then I think a leaflet campaign, but massive.
How big do you reckon?
Over 1 million?
Well, I just did 25,000. I did 25,000 at the start when I came here, and thankfully I got a roof from it, or otherwise it wouldn't have paid for itself. But you think if you're aiming like over 500,000, I think it's a good number. 500,000 to 1 million leaflets in like a couple of goes.
Yeah.
March to July, cracking.
Yeah, it's like 100,000 a month basically on repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. That'd be good.
But the thing, I did watch a little bit of one of my episodes where I said that we put the leaflets through the doors of either side of the job, and then you asked, well, what happens? What cycle do you do that in? Now I lied. Realistically, I lied because we just do it every single month. So if I've got number 1 and number 3, St John Street, leaflets will be going in number 2 and number 4, St John Street, 12 months of the year.
I bet they love you.
Right? But I don't. But what's it
I
matter?
bet they love you.
But
I see
Do you get anyone call you like,
Yeah.
stop fucking putting leaflets
No,
through my
I've
door?
never had that. But I get customers that have gone, I've just seen your leaflet. And I said to one the other day, £40 house, I said, I've been putting a leaflet through your door for a year. And it's the first time. Is this the first time you've seen it? Yeah. So,
Oh wow, really?
So they're not, it's just junk mail to
It's
them,
just
isn't
blind. They're just blind throwing it away,
Yeah.
aren't they? Yeah.
You're not even looking at it.
Subconscious.
Yeah.
So are you anticipating that sort of growth then out of a couple of canvases and maybe 1 million leaflet drop, something like that?
Yeah, and then I am. But as another thing that's come up is a company got in touch with me for cleaning solar panels. They look after the council solar panels in England, and they've got something like 3,000 properties.
So
they
every
look after.
council in England?
Every council has solar panels of a certain age, which is about 10 years I've worked out, of it's been up for 10 years and not been cleaned.
Okay.
So you get there, I did one the other day, and I had a mare on it. It was bad,
Literally
really,
and everything,
really bad. But if you can say to that company, we can do that. If we can get that scaffolding up, clean the solar panel, scaffolding down and out in 2 hours, and say it's £250 for a set of solar panels, so you could do 4 or 5 a day. But if you've got 3,000 to make your way through a list, you could just put a van on it. This is your full-time job. You just travel the country and do 5 a day.
Yeah.
How's that looking like? Is that in fruition?
Well, because it messed it up, I didn't have the right equipment because Tom is doing my pressure washer now. I should have waited and done it after tomorrow. But I'm going to go back to this first job, do a nice proper job for him, show him you can up, clean and down and cleared up in 2 hours. And if he can see that process, he already liked the process of us doing the scaffold in front of him. He stood there and watched us for like 2 hours. But the pressure washer wasn't working right. But if that was working right, easily you could do at least 4. I reckon you could do 4 a day.
What are they on then? If you've got to build a tower,
they're on just a normal 2-story house.
Council houses.
Oh, council. What local authority houses?
Yeah, like a 3-bedroom normal council semi.
And they're going to get you to clean all of them.
Yeah, because they're not the council. They're the restoration company or the maintenance company for solar panels for the councils.
What a lovely job that would be.
It would be great. And if you've got 3,000, there's like
100, you want to invest in a cherry picker
in Peterborough.
Yeah, cherry picker would be better.
Cherry picker would be ideal.
We've done cherry pickers in the houses. Cherry picker's hard because you can't get to the pack with a cherry picker usually.
Get one of them little ones that go down the side. What are they called? Spider lift.
Spider lifts, yeah.
You could. They're about $7.5 grand, $9 grand, something like that.
What to buy?
Yeah.
Is it called Nifty? Is that the one?
Nifty is.
Nifty
do small cherry pickers. They do go down sideways.
That you would do for a 2-story house.
Yeah, but then like you just go knock them out, and then any that you couldn't do the back on, you just make a list and then go back and do them with a scaffold. But you'd probably get 5 to 9 done a day if you had a cherry picker.
They do a spider lift that goes through a doorway.
Yeah.
So you can if you got a straight hallway, you can drive it straight into someone's back garden.
Wow.
Honestly, they're incredible bits of kit. They're dear. Some of them,
like
you
front
used
door.
one, didn't you?
I've never used one of them. I used a lorry.
You used one with Scylla, didn't you?
Oh yeah, no, that
stones?
That weren't one of them, but it was similar.
Same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
If you've got a big job like that,
though, innit? You know, if that comes off, even if he gave me Peterborough, I think he said there was about 100 in Peterborough.
How are you pricing
on my
it?
doorstep. Well, I said roughly. Let's do the first one at 250 quid. I said. So, let's see if we can get that done for 2 hours. I think that's fair enough.
That's not a bad shout.
It's not going to be a crazy amount of.
But the thing is, if you're going national, you know, I ain't travelling down to Devon for £250 a solar panel. You know, that's a long way from my house, from my unit.
Yeah,
so there has to be a little bit of
leeway. You need to do some sort of travel fee.
Yeah, but then you could really, couldn't you? You could. I mean, if he turned around and said, and he give you say 85 houses, say in Portsmouth, you could just exactly what you said. Just send someone in a van and
say someone would stay down there.
Yeah,
get them an Airbnb for a couple of months.
Yep.
Yeah, you could do that. That would be a better idea.
And then the investor was saying, "What about something like a Starbucks or Body Shop or I don't know, one of those national chains? Why can't? So we do Domino's. So I've got quite a lot of Domino's East Anglia, but if you took that national, if you charge the right amount of money, I don't see why.
Has he got good connections then?
Yeah,
for stuff like this.
What would stop them from just getting someone like you, but in a different county, rather than paying you a travel fee?
Just because it's under one roof is the only benefit for them.
Yeah.
You think if it's like Domino's, I think there's something like over 1,000 Domino's in England, right? So if they only had one invoice coming in a month,
that
would be a lot. Manpower for that is a lot less in it than having 50 different companies.
Take a lot of pain away, mate. That's for sure. Yeah, totally.
So if you could get something like that, you get the solar panel. That's my growth sorted. It's done. You get a Starbucks. I reckon the same thing is done. But if we're growing in the way that we're growing now, it's difficult. I'm very positive that we're going to do it, but
and what happens when all those solar panels are cleaned, though?
That's it. They're done for another 10 years, I suppose. Yeah. But are they constantly adding to it? They might They might be getting new solar panels, the ones they did 9 years ago or 8 years ago.
Yeah, it makes sense. So
But you've got to get it right first time, and I made a bad impression first time. I went with the pressure. We got it all set up. I put hypo on these things, and then the pressure washer didn't work, and I just looked like a cowboy in front of him.
I don't think so. You had all
I
the
did
equipment.
because also they didn't have a tap, so I was coming out of their washing machine tap into a bin in their kitchen. It was just a nightmare job, and I was like, "Look,
mate, what do you mean?
I think it looks good that you overcame the problems of the job."
It might look like that
because you're going to turn up to other jobs, they ain't going to have taps, or you're going to have a bit of equipment failure, and then you've turned it around quickly.
But the guy was impressed, who was in charge of the contract, was impressed with the scaffold himself. The only thing he said was to put boards under the wheels because it was on grass.
Oh, you probably should have done that.
But again, it's just not been prepared enough. If you were prepared, I've got them in the yard.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Are you set on pressure washing them? You wouldn't just use a water-fed pole?
Yeah, I think it takes a lot longer.
Yeah.
Water-fed pole. Now, if you get the chemicals right, it could be all right. But pressure washing is so simple. It's so quick. I said to him, I was like, it's going to work in a minute. And you'll be surprised. We could probably knock them out in 10, 15 minutes. And he was like, you're never going to do that. And then it didn't work. But I'm going to show him next time that, yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does work.
It's 10 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Up there.
Yeah. If you're pressure washing them, next to note, it's probably less than that.
Did you hear back from the Shard?
I had the meeting with the Shard.
Did you?
They haven't got back to me though.
With the 3 floors?
Yeah. So I went big and said, I don't want just 3 floors. I want to do a lot.
Did you go to the Shard?
Yeah, had the meeting on 26th floor, wherever it was.
So parking around the Shard's a nightmare.
No, I tubed in. I didn't even.
Yeah. So, but if you was to do that job, it would be absolute nightmare.
They've got allocated for the Shard. There's places where
it's underneath.
Yeah, where
you can't clean
directors
clean the windows from under the building.
I thought you was going to do the inside, weren't you?
No, we're for inside.
Oh, sorry, I thought you was doing the outside.
Outside. Someone has told me that it's done by drone, and then someone else told me, and you said you thought it was
abseiling.
Abseiling.
Yeah.
Now there's no videos of it being done either way, so I don't know. But I've said to them, when it comes round, please contact me, and we'll give you a quote, and I'll try and beat your current quote. But for the inside, they're adamant that it's not been done. And I said, that Shard's been up years. How can it never been cleaned on the inside? It's
definitely
impossible.
been cleaned on the inside.
Well, the ones I went to on that 26th floor are definitely not.
What is the 26th floor? Is it offices or is it residential?
It's all apart from the restaurant one and the viewing one, it's all offices. Yeah.
Is it really?
I don't think nobody lives in it.
You can stay in the Shard though, can't you?
Can you? There might be a hotel.
Shangri-La. There's a Shangri-La hotel.
Yeah.
A what hotel?
Shangri-La.
It's posh, isn't it?
Mega posh. I've never gone there, but it's
about £1,000 a night, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
That ain't crazy. Mental.
Crazy, isn't it?
Just to see someone get stabbed down fucking on the ground floor.
You old cynic, mate. You old cynic.
I hate London.
Are we on a?
So I'll ask for what you thought of me giving a quote to Guinness Factory.
I'm just a great believer in. I know you don't agree with this because you'd like to do lots of jobs everywhere and anywhere, but I just don't see how you're going to make any money or be competitive quoting for something in another country.
Why not?
I know it's like, why not quote it, but like...
But if why not? Why is it any different from here?
So you're going to have to pay someone to travel there, ferry.
That's not a lot of money.
It still adds to the quote, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's only like if you were doing a quote in Devon, it's only the equivalent of that.
No, it's not, because you ain't got a ferry to Devon.
No, but you got the journey.
Yeah.
And the fuel.
But it's still...
ferry's like nothing to take a van over there. It's hardly anything.
It's still on top of the job. And when they're just going to get someone local to...
What did you quote them for?
Job.
All outside windows, and it's 7 floors, maybe 7 floors to the viewing balcony, which is a bar that overlooks all of Dublin. So I allowed a few grand because I think you'd have to abseil that top bit, but the rest of the other 6 underneath it you could do. There's quite a few windows on it.
I think it's good that you quoted it.
What's the quote?
It'd be a good job.
I'll get a 10 grand plus that.
It'd be a good job, but I just think you're not going to be as competitive as someone in Dublin.
Maybe not, but sometimes it's not about being competitive. It's about how you present yourself. I've won lots of contracts where I've been more expensive than the people doing it.
I agree with you.
Because I've presented it better. If you like, when I went to the Shard, I put a whistle on. You know, I'll add all PCS gear. You know, loads of promotional stuff. You know, I was ready.
Mate, have you got a PCS suit?
I've got a PCS. Everything. I haven't got I've got a fun jacket, they call it, which is, I wanted PCS all over the suit, but they can't make that yet. They're working on it. But from Temu, I got one. I'll show you a picture of it. Like, it's just mad suit.
Yeah?
And I wear it to B&I meetings, and I get called every name under the sun. But the reason I do it is because it's memorable.
Yeah, it stands out.
True.
Right?
It's very true.
And why am I buying a yellow van? Not because I want to be like Delboy and Rodney, because you're going to remember a yellow van.
Because Curbside's your favourite window cleaning company.
I just copied your colours. Blue and yellow, mate. I've just copied you.
Go on.
You spoke to us about the expo earlier.
Yeah, Expo's going to be really big this year.
You're taking a stand.
I've got a stand at Expo.
Tell us about it.
Well, it might change off the conversation we just had.
I don't think. I mean, you're happy to talk about.
You can do that if you want.
So the conversation we had is, so Jim's got his own podcast called The Dirt Millionaire. Check it out. It's not audio. It's just on YouTube.
It's just YouTube.
Just on YouTube. But I was just saying. So Jim was saying he's got 2,500 views on this video, and I said, me and Dan have been doing this 2 years every week. For over 2 years now.
Yeah, just over.
We've never had a video without a guest do more than 2,500 views. So it was just like, doesn't add up. So I don't think you shouldn't do it for that reason, but just you should be aware of why that has been put in place.
Well, I didn't know that you could buy views.
Yeah.
And now that's the thing. I'm
not saying that's what's happened. I'm just saying it seems like that's what's happened.
Lads, let's bring it back. Go on, listen. Tell us about the podcast. Tell us about the expo. That was a downer. Come on, lads. Let's get back on a high.
Don't change your plans because
let's get back on it.
But I had big plans with the investor for the podcast.
But sorry, let me just add in
on it.
Building a podcast. And I think we're probably qualified to say this, is fucking difficult.
I agree with you. And I've only done a little bit of it.
And it's tiny little 1% improvements week on week.
But it's what you're trying to achieve from it. So what's your end goal for the podcast?
I haven't really got an end goal for it. For us, it's like...
You've got to have an end goal. Everything you do needs an end goal.
For us, it was like we're bringing in a lot of information to help us grow our businesses. So,
right, and have you achieved that from your podcast?
Yeah, we're achieving it. It's not. There's always something new to learn.
Yeah.
But also, it's to be known as the people that are growing their businesses in this area. So if someone's looking to sell, they come to us.
That was the reason I was doing mine.
Yeah.
Because I want to be, if you've got a round anywhere near Peterborough, I want you to come to me.
Yeah.
And generally they do that anyway because of the big fish in the little pond. But, you know, every time I see a round anywhere in Essex, I'll message you. And say, have you seen this?
Yeah, I've inquired about 4 or 5 this week, and they just haven't got back to me. So it's a bit dire in this way. I messaged someone who was selling.
Don't just gloss over that. I think what you were talking about buying rounds the other day.
Yeah,
I've bought a lot of rounds, loads of rounds, and it's just luck of the draw.
Yeah,
right?
You
can have a round that you pay hardly anything for, and you could keep nearly all your customers. And then you could have a round that you pay silly money for and you keep none. It's just literally, it's how you present it. It's luck of the draw, how good your work is, how good the guy before you was.
Yeah.
If he was rubbish and then we're doing a really good job, you're going to show up his rubbish. And people don't like that. Because they're like, I'm used to it. You know, traditional to water fed. Difficult. I've done it, but it's very difficult.
There's Tom from CleanLink has created a website for selling rounds. Talk to him about it tomorrow when you see him. He's got a very, very good setup. It's basically what we discussed on the podcast last Saturday's one. And I was saying to Tom, I would pay 5 or 6x if that round had been confirmed as cleaned in the last 12 weeks, paid in the last 12 weeks for all the customers. Because when you're buying a round, they could throw in 10 customers that just never paid them.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to vet that? You've got to trust that person saying something. So for it to be a middleman that can vet those details, I would happily pay more.
Well, considering what you pay for like Facebook stuff,
exactly.
That doesn't seem so bad. I wouldn't pay 6 for a round, but
so if I said to you, "Here's 1,000 customers," and I'm showing you, they've all paid in the last 12 weeks. They've all been cleaned in the last 12 weeks. Or if you're 4 and 8, I'm 4 and 8. They've all been cleaned and paid in the last 8 weeks. They're all active. This person's confirmed it. They're all nice, nice, close together. But I want 6x. You'd let that go?
Yeah, but but that could be like 25 grand a month.
Yeah.
And you want in 125 grand.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't pay that.
I think you're stupid.
No, because the ROI on that is not good.
Yeah,
you won't get your money back on that and that big a round, because if you're seeing it, you're only seeing it because someone else has turned it down.
Not necessarily, because we've got the podcast to bring people in. So we might get first dibs on something like that.
That's like an anomaly. The rounds like that don't exist, really. That's like me selling up.
Yeah,
but unlikely for me to sell up.
So you wouldn't want 6x for your round?
No,
if you was to sell.
I wouldn't sell it. I'd get someone to rent it off me.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If you had to sell it, would
sold
you
work
accept
before.
less than 6x?
No. But
there you go.
But I know the quality of my work.
But there you go. So if it was your work,
you don't know the quality of this work that you're looking at.
Yeah, but I'm showing you. I'm showing you. It was vetted. I'm showing you the quality. I'm confirming it. I'm saying here's the prices. Here's the average price. Here's the number of customers. Here's the radius. They're all within 2 miles.
So it's like a perfect round, you say, isn't it? Perfect round. I'll add to it that if I could raise the money, I would.
You would find a way to waste the money because it's a fucking good deal.
It would be very hard to do that.
It's a good deal.
And I've raised money, and I'll raise the money again soon, and it's not easy to raise money like that.
You've got to be thinking about buying rounds for your growth, no?
Yeah, but I don't think the little ones exist. I've got £1,000 a month in this area. Great, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
I've got $2,000 over in. I'll buy that.
Yeah,
no one's got 30 grand
that.
a month.
I get that.
Not many people have got 30 grand a month.
I'm just hypothetically, if it came up.
First of all,
you
I
would
said
find
no,
a way
but actually
to get
thinking
the money.
about it, I would. But I'd try and knock them down a bit. I want 5 or 4. But
yeah. But if they were hard, it's a good deal. It's a good deal. If I was to buy your business for 6x, I'd be walking away happy, man.
Wait, buying a 25 grand a month business for 125 is incredible.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I'd sell my ass for that. You're getting a 25 grand a month business. That's insane.
Yeah, but it sounds like I'm telling you that you're wrong, and I'm not. I'm saying that you're not experienced in it to know that you're not going to get 25 grand a month out of that round, no matter how vetted it is.
I appreciate you're going to lose some.
You're going to lose
but it's
a lot.
Still a good deal. Why would you use a lot? Though?
Because
you wouldn't lose a higher percentage than you would on £1,000 round.
No.
And so the price is already good.
So round, I would expect to lose 30, 40, 50%.
For what reason?
Because it's a different person.
So
it's a different person. You look different. You smell different. You've got different prices. You've got different methods.
So you're not changing the prices. You're not changing the prices.
No one is doing your setup on a big scale.
Why would you lose people though for hot water and because of all of that stuff?
Because on old windows, hot water will destroy an old window over time. You're taking paint off my windowsills. People cancel because they don't like my colour of my hair. People cancel for most stupidest reasons. Now,
but I think that's just natural though, right?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if you're going to spend 125 grand, are you going to spend 125 grand for 12.5 grand a month?
I think I probably still would.
Now, I think you're mad for doing that.
But
I understand where you're coming from.
I don't think, personally, I wouldn't, but I still think it's a good deal.
That's 10 times.
Yeah, I think it's a good deal. It depends on what it came. If it came with a staff member who was really good.
See, when it's big business like that, it's not going to be.
What work have you sold for
10x? Before pandemic, I sold a round called Millfield in Peterborough for 10x, but I sold it. It was a mate who bought it. I would still do work with, and it was golden work. It's great work. Everybody paid. They all knowed me.
Mate, it's exactly.
So what sort of drop off did he get?
Well, he got a lot.
Really?
Because he wasn't me.
See, I think if you're buying something of that size, I mean, I know we're talking hypothetically, they're not seeing the same cleaner every time anyway. So I don't see what would change as long as you're doing the same methods, the same level of work or better, the same pricing. Pricing's not changed. They almost don't even need to know, other than that they need to pay a different bank account.
Yeah, even that process is difficult, though.
Yeah, I appreciate it's not an easy process. I'm not saying that it's like you click your fingers and it's all done.
Yeah.
But my point is,
I think
if things aren't changing because it's a really well priced round, there's serviced by multiple different cleaners, like what's to change?
Yeah, so you're making it sound more interesting now. So it's 25 grand a month, but I'm getting 3 or 4 cleaners, 3 or 4 vans.
Well, you'd have to be
website, all that type of stuff.
You wouldn't be able to buy that much work if you didn't have the capacity. That's kind of what I was trying to
say, that you can't just go and buy 30 grand's worth of work a month. It doesn't exist. It comes with other things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So if you bought the whole package,
6x with everything it comes
with,
with,
you're not buying a round, you're buying a business.
Pretty much,
right?
Yeah.
And window cleaning is the only industry, and I hate it, that does it on monthly revenue. Why do we sell a business on monthly revenue?
You don't sell business on monthly revenue. You sell a round on monthly revenue. If you was buying a business, you'd pay 2 or 3x profits.
You pay 2 or 3x, yeah, and then
maybe more if it was hands off. If it was an investment, but the reason you're paying it on monthly revenue is because it doesn't come with those things.
My old man's in optics, yeah, he's got his own place. He has bought opticians before and wants to sell opticians. They do it on a year's turnover.
Yeah, that's another way of doing it.
That's how you sell an opticians, right?
Yeah.
So if he does $500,000, that's what he gets.
But then are all opticians' profit margins relatively the same?
Pretty much.
So then there's not much.
That's right. But with window cleaning, your profit margin and my profit might be very different.
Yeah. That's why it's not done.
Because you're doing it properly and I'm not. Yeah?
My profit margin is probably worse than yours. But I think that's why it's done differently. Because
yeah. Well, it's like me selling up, that would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And I want 125 grand. Now,
I
wouldn't sell my round.
But no one would pay on your monthly round value, I don't think.
No.
They would be looking at your yearly profits and then saying, well, if you're turning 400 but you're only making 30 grand, like it's not a good business.
There's something going wrong.
Yeah. So I need to do this, this, and this to get it into position. So
if 10% is average, you're only 40.
Not at 400 grand, it's not. At $1 million is pretty normal.
Okay.
But growth mode obviously reduces your profit margins. So it's not, if you were to make that's what I was saying earlier, if you was to make your business more efficient, you'd lose 2 cleaners straight away.
Yeah.
And then you'd have 3 full-time maxed out cleaners. Your profit margins would shoot through the roof.
Yeah. You wouldn't keep them for long, but they might shoot through the roof.
Well, you could pay them 10 grand extra each.
Yeah.
You'd be doing 400 grand's worth of work for 100 grand's worth of 120 grand's worth of wages with very little other costs.
I think it's quite hard to keep hold of staff, good staff.
Why do you reckon that is?
Because no one wants to do it. Who wants to go out there this time of year and clean windows in the freezing cold, wet,
miserable?
Even if it's a horrible job, but I think there's plenty of ways to make it.
There's plenty of ways if you're paying someone really decent, like 40 grand.
Decent money,
if
culture.
You're paying someone minimum wage, no one's going out there for minimum wage.
Yeah, but I don't think
who you paying minimum wage.
I don't think
you shouldn't even be considering minimum wage.
30.
In this.
What's that? That's 5 over minimum wage, isn't it? Even 30, I don't think is. I wouldn't.
It's not a lot of money for you. You wouldn't do your job for 30 grand a year.
No.
But
someone
will go and clean windows for 30 grand a year and they'll be fucking happy.
30 grand.
Yeah. Especially if you're like, mate, have your birthday off. No worries. Fucking finish early on.
James Sinclair, haven't you?
Finish early on. I think culture's huge. I think culture's the biggest
thing.
That's
why all my staff come to the office in the morning
and
the evening.
I don't think culture should replace wage.
No.
It should complement wage. So you're getting. So I say with Elliot, you get paid this much, and the fridge downstairs is always stocked. You go to your doctor's appointments, like super lenient, but work has to be done. If it's not done, we've got a problem. On a Friday, I might give him a little bit less work, so he finishes early. generally something goes wrong on a Friday. It seems to be what happens
Always,
to us.
mate.
But we try and make it a little bit easier. I'm not busting his balls at the moment whilst we're a little bit quieter.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go and help him out if he's got a particularly busy day.
I think this is why people watch the podcast, your podcast,
And
because of little tips like this.
Yeah.
Like I think the average person that watch your podcast is in your position. That soon you're going to be looking at getting someone.
Yeah.
And if you listen to the podcast and you listen to the Discord, you're going to do it right.
Yeah, totally.
Because all these people have done it and failed miserably at it or doing well at it. Little things like that. That fridge down there, you might think it's just... That's a big thing.
Elliot will come fill up in the morning and he'll come up, grab a couple of monsters for the day.
That's a big thing.
He hasn't got to buy them himself. He hasn't got to stop to buy them.
Yeah.
Adds up, doesn't it? Compounds over time.
And it's like...
Yeah.
It's money going down the drain for me anyway, so I might as well spend it on him.
I follow James Sinclair on everything. Everything he does, I try and implement. So we now do weekly team meeting. Yeah. Everybody in the office Monday morning, you sit down, you listen to me for 15 minutes, and I'm going to bite your ear off and tell you off and whatever. But we're there, and they all have it.
I think it's
even if you're not working that day, come in. You need to be at that meeting.
Do they have the opportunity to give you feedback as well?
Yeah, I want you to give me feedback.
What would you find they talk about then? Would you find as a whole?
I find that they talk to Caroline.
Okay.
Because I'm the big scary boss, and I.
Right.
Like.
And what sort of?
I think I'm very approachable.
Yeah, I think you are.
And if you're the lads, the ones that have known me longer, will come and ask me stuff. But the thing is that before September, everything's up here. So I've now got the new problem of this windows being cleaned that I've never even seen the house. That does my head in because I want to know the house and I want to know the customer and I don't. So there's people phoning me up, can you quote me for my gutters? And I'm going, how many bedrooms you got? And he goes, oh, you clean my house. I don't. Someone else does.
I think I know you don't use Squeegee. I know you was looking into it, but I think that'd be a good feature for Squeegee to add. So you can add the makeup of the property to their profile.
Yeah.
And then
in the cleaner planner, the notes bit on every customer that goes on every sheet. Caroline now puts in there all the stuff. If you need ladders for the flat roof, whatever.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing to do.
Definitely helps.
Like on Caroline, I think probably the next step for you is someone like that. Someone to take all your admin.
Probably not quite yet.
All your phone calls, all of that. I don't do anymore. So
I very rarely answer the phone anyway.
I've got 6 hours a day back from hiring Caroline to my day. So I now do an extra 4 with the wife and the little one that I wasn't doing before. So they were getting neglected,
Quality time,
and now they're not getting neglected.
I think that's it. It's worth it.
So I finish at 6 o'clock and I don't do anything until the next morning. Caroline does the rest of it.
You've seen the light.
Yeah, but with that has come, I'm not in control anymore.
You are in control.
I'm not. Seriously, right? There is. I'm not.
Yeah, but that's now your job.
I think that's
now your job.
That's your demon.
You've got to be Caroline. What's going on?
Yes,
I want a report.
She knows fine.
Yeah, I want to know this, and this, and then you'll feel like you're in control, but you're not doing the work.
Yeah.
But that's your job.
That's going to take me a while to get used to that.
I think that's where people fall down, and it happened to my business partner in my last business. When I walked away from that business, he hadn't been involved.
Yeah.
And it just crumbled for him.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know what was going on. He had people doing this, people doing that. And we had a bit of a falling out at the time, so he couldn't call me up and ask me. He was trying to work it out himself, and it went to shit. And I think that's the most important thing. It's not wrong to have someone do that work for you.
No.
But it's wrong to not know what's going on. You should still know how much money's coming today, who hasn't finished their job sheet, who maybe can do a little bit more, or who has to maybe do a little bit less because they're struggling. That stuff you should still know, but you shouldn't necessarily be making the changes.
Yeah. Well, she's taken it away.
Yeah.
I've put a lot of trust in her, and she's doing great.
Is she up from 20 hours a week?
She's a 30 now.
And what is the goal to get her full time?
Well, yeah, investors said, why is she not full time? And I said, because I don't think it's needed. And then when I put my projections for 3.5 million, I said 6 office staff. Maybe that's too much. I don't know. I've not run a 3.5 million.
I don't think that bit was the you would.
It was the 35 cleaners they didn't like on the Discord.
Yeah, it was. I think you would have 6 office staff. You'd have a marketing person, an accounts person. Because you know how much money you're dealing with at that point.
Yeah,
you'd have to have a full-time accounts person, probably 2 or 3 people running the operations. So I think 6 is probably right for £3.5 million office-wise.
and that's where your question before. That's where the investor has come in and done stuff. It's not about the money. I needed some of his money, but it's not the money. He could have offered me half of that. I would have still bitten his hand off because I need structure. I needed to know what the right decision was next. I needed to know why are you wasting time doing that, Jim? Why are you doing that? That someone else can do that, like you said. Someone else can. Why are you designing leaflets? Like, just pay someone to design a leaflet.
I don't know if. I think you should be doing the marketing.
I don't think they're unreasonable things that you're doing.
Marketing and sales should be the last thing you give away.
Marketing is a made-up 21st century word. Marketing it doesn't mean anything. Marketing is rubbish. You're either a salesman or you're not a salesman, right? Now, I'm a salesman through and through. I can sell ice to Eskimos, no problem. But a marketer sits behind a computer, like, making adverts and stuff like that. That's, in my opinion, I haven't got a need for a marketer now. I've got a need for a salesman.
I think if you're not very good at design and you're not looking at something going, I can improve that because that bit's too big, that bit's too small, then pay someone to do it.
But if there's people, there's the full-time jobs and AI can do it for you
doesn't mean they're good at it.
Who does are you running Facebook ads?
No, Tom does all my stuff.
So is he a marketer?
I would call him a marketer, yeah. But I don't get a lot out of Facebook. It's rubbish time of year for Facebook, isn't it?
Yeah, but just in general, I mean, he's going to obviously design adverts, and change.
Yeah, he's very good at that.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure I call that marketing. I think that's something else. Marketing is. What is marketing?
But like, those sorts of jobs are like what build your business. You should be in control of those until you don't need to be.
So James Sinclair would say, "Why are you, as the business owner, doing a £12 an hour job?"
He wouldn't.
Designing leaflets is a £12 an hour job.
He said on his podcast in the last couple of episodes, you should still be doing the marketing and innovation. He's doing the marketing and innovation in his businesses.
He's not designing the layout of his podcast or the layout of a leaflet for Lee Valley. He's not doing that. He's paying.
I don't think he's designing the leaflet, but he's deciding that the leaflets are going out.
That's different. I would call that sales.
I'm not saying you need. That's what I'm saying. If you don't know how to design to get sales or get conversions, then pay someone to do it for sure. But you should be deciding what money's getting spent where on marketing.
Which is why I pay Tom
to
do that. You know, and there's lot since he went on that Discord, there's lots of people using Tom, good and bad. You know, he knows what he's doing. I wouldn't want to do that job. This is why he does it. But I do like the phrase, like, why are you doing a £12 an hour job? At the moment, you're still doing a £12 an hour job. But at your level and my level, we shouldn't be doing the £12 an hour job. Someone should be doing it for us.
Yeah.
Now, I think you can get a half-decent window cleaner for £12, £15 an hour. Go and pay someone to do it. You know, your time is more valuable than £15 an hour.
Yeah,
it's much more valuable than £50 an hour.
That's fair. That's a fair comment, right? So you've paid someone £15 an hour, and you've got your time back now. So what are you doing in a day if you're not designing? I'm not saying you have to sit there for 8 hours a day designing leaflets, but marketing in general is just like pushing your business and marketing for more work. So if you're paying someone,
calling it something else, and so I'm
if you call it sales, but then what are you doing then? Because if then you're going to pay someone £15 an hour to do that as well.
Every avenue that you could think of, I'm doing.
Okay.
So YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I'm knocking on doors, canvassing doors. I'm doing cold calling. I'm using AI.
So who's the £15 an hour then? What are they doing?
Your cleaners in the office
and the marketing.
So
what marketing are they doing if you're doing it?
As in, like, the Facebook. I don't do anything on Facebook because I'm not tech savvy. So that's the tech side of Facebook and all that. I don't edit a video.
I'm getting a bit lost here.
I don't.
Because you just said you're doing Facebook and now
I'm doing Facebook as in I decide that advert should go there, but I don't design no advert.
Ah, right.
Yeah? I would decide that 100,000 leaflets need to go out, but I'm not designing leaflet campaign.
Yeah, I think that's the right. I think that's the right.
Right, because that's a £12 an hour job. You're free now. You can get AI will do it for you and do a half decent job.
Yeah.
You know.
You could argue that top end design is not a £12 an hour job.
You could very easily.
And
just for my.
There's a lot of
it.
psychology that goes into leaflet design and whatnot.
Definitely, which is why everybody's using that same Facebook one that I think you're both.
What's your go-to AI then for the adverts? You use quite a lot of AI because you're.
I love
podcast.
AI.
AI is great for the.
But
podcast.
it's a waste of time, really, because you spend hours on it. You're trying to get ChatGPT to do the right letter in the right box, and it's waste of time, really. Whereas you could be knocking on doors.
You getting a good response from them? From the feedback from the AI? Or the leaflets winning?
Just again, to play devil's advocate, do you not think knocking on doors is a £12.50 an hour job?
No.
What skills involved in it?
What Canvas said, do you know who's going to charge £12 an hour?
No, that's not what I'm asking you. Is how much would you pay someone to go and knock on a door if they were shit salesmen?
I will be paying for like free cleans.
But that's only because that's the going rate. If you was to employ someone in-house, what would you pay them?
Don't know.
Minimum wage. And then commission on top.
Yeah.
So it's a
but
minimum
I'd back
wage
myself
job.
to make decent commission, so it would be £12 an hour.
But it's still a minimum wage job.
I disagree that canvassing is a minimum wage job. I think it's a very skilled job to be good at it. I think that...
I'm not asking someone to be good at it. I'm saying that's a minimum wage job.
Well, I wouldn't employ someone who's crap at it.
But it's still a minimum wage job. It's the same
No,
argument with the leaflet design. If you're good at it, you wouldn't pay someone minimum wage to do it.
Yeah, because you'd knock up a leaflet in minutes, wouldn't you? Because you'd know what you're doing.
It's the same with the canvassing, right? So if you're doing it, then it's because you're good at it. And if you're not good at it, you're going to have to pay more than minimum wage for someone to do it. And it's the same. That's the same. Same goes for the.
You think knocking on doors is a minimum wage job?
Yeah, I think it's like anyone can do it.
Yeah, but
the rejection's the hard bit.
Is why is there no one doing it then?
I think someone.
It's difficult.
I think someone less salesy would do better. Really. Like if you took into consideration the drop-off rate.
That is in my opinion, the fastest way to grow.
It's the fastest way.
The main man to knock on doors.
But I just think the less pushy you are. So if you had like a.
That's because you like hands-off approach.
If you had like an energetic 17-year-old girl just with like a good smile, she was just happy to be there.
She wouldn't get anywhere, mate.
I think she'd clean up.
No, but not where I'm from. Maybe in Essex, it's a different thing.
I don't know.
No, you don't know what your life's about at 17.
No, it's not that. It's who who's
knocking on the door. Yeah. They're already feeling inviting and like they're not.
Imagine the training you have to give a 17-year-old.
You might not need to train him. And that's, I don't know because I've not tested it, but just in theory, I think if you had someone completely unsalesy, but with a really happy-go-lucky attitude, people would feel much less.
The guy that I was in business with years ago called Andrew Welsh is still a window cleaner. He's an old boy now, but he's still a window cleaner in Wellingborough. That guy, I put it down to him being an older guy. So he was in his 50s when I was in partnership with him. And he literally could sell every door he knocked on.
Yeah,
would sell to, right?
Who was it that had the older canvasser who we was talking to? I can't remember.
Was it Pryor?
No, it was... someone... It might be Max.
And I think
he had an old boy.
It's like trusted, isn't it? Like, he's not going to rip me off because he's, he's 50.
That's my point.
But 17-year-old is the total opposite.
No, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. Me or you knocking on the door, or Dan, they immediately got their back up because they're like, you look like a salesman, you're knocking on the door to sell something.
When I put my whistle on, you went like that as well. I knock on doors with a whistle on.
Old boy or young... The young person has to be polite, happy-go-lucky.
They're not defensive when they see a woman. I've chapped a couple of doors with my missus, and she done one side of the road. Mate, she was getting offered coffees and all sorts. Coffee, mate, do you need to use the toilet? Do you want a coffee? Like, it's cold and all the rest of it.
You shouldn't be out there
and having an actual chat. Whereas I'm knocking on doors, and they go, no, not interested. Yeah.
What's he got you out here for?
I think it just takes away the
the shield, the
yeah,
barrier.
yeah. It's almost like it's
funny how there's no women canvassers we know, though, isn't it?
I think Kingdom have
Mate,
got a couple of women canvassers who do very well.
Yeah.
I From what I've heard, I've not spoken
Kingdom
to.
are what they are. They're kings of it. They've done it for a long time. They're very good at it.
Someone told me that Kingdom's best salesperson is a woman.
Well, that's surprising.
I don't know if there's any truth behind that, but I do genuinely think. Obviously, you've got blokes who are salesmen. Yeah. You could sell ice to an Eskimo. So on the door you can sell.
Yeah.
Right? So you'll do well, but then if you took into consideration the drop-off rate from a salesy man, because there's going to be a portion of people that say yes on the door because they feel a little bit pressured.
Yeah.
If they've not got that pressure, they might not sell as many jobs, but the drop-off might be much lower.
Yeah.
So, I personally think it could be more beneficial to do it that way. Either an older person or a younger person.
Yeah, I think the older person definitely. I haven't experienced the women or
but like
younger.
a 21-year-old bloke wouldn't have the same effect.
No,
not in a sexist way, but I just think like as soon as they see a bloke on the door, the back goes up.
Can't be offended by me. You big 6 foot strapping blokes. I'm the little fat bloke.
Yeah, but we get that. That's what I'm saying. Like we get a bad response on the door.
Yeah,
because we feel the door frame up.
Yeah,
and when they open it and there's a woman there that's 5'4",
and
I'm just putting a shadow.
Bad response. I don't even knock on.
And I just and we both put a shadow over it. It's not. It's just like it's. I think it's psychological. I don't ever think that's a joke. It is psychological. It's just, I feel like it's just intimidate. That's it. It's intimidating.
Yeah. Big 6 foot men.
And imagine an old girl. And imagine an old Doris opens up the door and I'm like, hello, have you got a window cleaner? She's like, oh, mate, get off the drive. Yeah. Why's your dick out? Oh, mate, what?
That's why you're getting a bad response.
I don't even know where that came from. But yeah, no, I think it's intimidating. It's worth, exactly what Ryan said.
If you had an unlimited budget and unlimited time and like no fucking pressures from running the business, it'd be brilliant to test it.
I'd love to do it. I'd love to test it.
Yeah.
Don't give me I can't run a business for a month. Let me knock doors for a month.
But you smash the doors. How many? What sort of response are you getting out of 8 hours?
I don't know. I don't because I've got other stuff to do.
Yeah, but you've
if I did 8 hours, I'd clean up.
You're the king of knocking doors, though.
I do like knocking on doors. It's become less as the business got bigger. It's become less.
If you could say though, if you trapped it for say an hour, then what would be a good response?
I'd pick up 10 customers, I would imagine.
Really?
Yeah,
10?
Yeah.
Crikey, that's good.
I've got a canvasser who used to work for me. They go out just a couple of hours on an evening and pick up 20 customers. That's what you should be doing. But you forget about churn, right? Canvas is 15%. 50% is going to leave you before you even clean it. So he's not getting 20, he's getting 10.
But that's the argument, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are they leaving because you've oversold them?
Probably.
Yeah.
Mate, you'd get 20 in a couple of hours. You'd get 10 in an hour.
People say the road I drove in on, is it Hockley?
Yeah.
Lovely houses all along near the school.
Yeah.
All on there. They're lovely. What are they? Probably £30 a house. I'd
25,
love them.
30 quid.
Yeah.
They'd be great. You can pick up loads of them.
But it's
blimey. That's good going.
But it's also what you're doing. If you're a good canvasser, they use like open-ended questions instead of yes or no answers.
Mate, if I was you, I'd be canvassing every day.
Yeah, I think going rate's about 2 an hour, Jim. So if you're doing 10 an hour, that's where your time's better spent, I think.
Who's doing 2 an hour? I tell you, Kingdom are not doing 2 an hour. Trust me.
Per person, I think they are.
No. They went out for me and they picked up £1,300, 3 men in one day. Yeah,
that's about 2 an hour, dude.
How is it? That would only be...
That's think about it. 1,300 quid, about 400 quid per person per day. 8 hour day. 50 quid an hour. 2 jobs.
Yeah, 25, yeah.
Wait, quick maths. Come on, bloke.
Bruv, you blew me away with that.
Yeah, I don't normally do that.
Where did you come
from? The problem is that who's canvassing for 8 hours? No one does that.
I'm sure Kingdom do that, didn't they?
Yeah, they might do, but I think that's very difficult to do. Even I love canvassing, but that's how
they get the volume, right?
Yeah, but also like the training behind it. You've got to be able to sell effectively which is why I think a 17-year-old girl would not be the way forward.
But
yeah, I could be wrong.
Not if you're getting 10,
who's primarily built on canvassing, Lynchy, 100%, pretty much 100% built on canvassing, have both said recently that 7 to 9 a day is like good, like really good.
The guy I used called Jack, I used him just after lockdown, and he would regularly go out and do like 6 till 8 and get 18, 20 jobs.
Yeah, you need to get him back, bro. That's fucking
He's moved
insane.
to Thailand.
Pay for him to come home.
Come back, please.
Thailand or Peterborough? Come on, I don't know where I'd rather be.
Yeah, but you think of what he was getting out of that. So I think I was paying 2 cleans or 2.5 cleans. You know, every day he went out, he was getting, what, 600 quid?
If you could employ someone on 30 grand a year to do that,
that'd be incredible.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I don't do that is because I've got to run the rest of the business. And I know it's quite hard to explain to you. I don't know the answer to your question. What do I do all day? But I'm busy. Before I came here, I didn't stop from 6 o'clock till I drove here.
It's interesting though when you
sat in the office as well for 12 hours.
It's almost like but you're the number one growing your business, and when you sit there and think and you almost don't know what you're doing, it's almost like you'd have to sit there and be like, shit, like what am I doing?
Yeah, but last night at 6 o'clock, I got a hotel chain. It's got 5 hotels, and I got every one. There was no knocking on the door to get that.
So what was that?
That was from BNI. So it's where you market or sell. I believe in stuff like BNI. I think BNI is an amazing organisation. An amazing way of getting work.
That's what you're doing.
If you're suited to it. A lot of my time is taken up with BNI. That's a good answer to your question. I spend 20 hours a week on BNI stuff, easily.
What, in regards to BNI or quotes coming from BNI and talking to...
Everything. So the meetings, and then you've got to do extra stuff for meetings. You've got to do training for BNI.
Because it's like a community, isn't it? BNI.
It's like a cult,
they call it a cult, yeah. It's very much like a religion or a cult that you go, I scratch your back, you scratch my back.
The less...
Do you wear like long gowns and that?
Yeah, and worship the dead.
Those white ones with a pointy hat.
Demonetised.
Yeah, instantly,
You ain't getting your 50 quid this month, mate.
It's I've heard mixed stories about BNI. Obviously, you're a great believer in it.
Yeah, but I'm new as well. I'm sure if you've been in it 10 years, it's not the same as that.
Well, I don't know, because there's always new people joining,
but
right?
Also, I'm the biggest noise in that room.
Yeah.
So there's 60 people sit there in their suits and stuff, and I turn up in a cartoon suit.
It definitely
with loud shirts
it definitely
on,
suits you.
You know, and I'm the one, when they go away, they remember me because I look stupid.
Yeah.
But that's in my opinion, that's really good marketing or sales.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. I agree with you.
And you just got to take the abuse that you get as part of it.
I think it was a great shout.
I'm a fat bloke. I've been abused all my life, mate. You're fat. I'm religious and I'm fat. So I've been made fun of my whole life. So just making fun of me because I wear a funny suit is nothing.
Yeah. You want to start wearing glasses, Jim?
Yeah, I do. I forgot them. I usually got a glass and a hat on. I can't believe I turned up like this. Right mess.
Absolutely. Third episode, and you've just stopped making an effort, Jim.
Shocking.
Terrible. Right, going back to
BNI badge on.
Going back to the expo, because I don't think we even got close
you don't want to do that.
We got even close to what you're doing. So you've got a stand. You're having the stand regardless of whether you do the podcast, right? Because you've paid for it.
I'm doing the podcast at the show.
So you're doing a podcast at the show.
Whether I make money from it is another question.
You definitely won't make money from it. I'll tell you that now. You'll never make money from podcasting. It is ridiculous.
I think podcasting at a show is different to what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Because I'm showcasing what's at the show. I'm not showcasing stuff outside the show.
Yeah, but who's watching the podcast whilst they're at the show?
No, because I've done the pre-work before that. The show is just 15 minutes. We're at stand 33. That's not really a sales bit. All the before that's a sales bit.
You're doing the podcast at the show. What else are you doing there? Is it just the podcast?
Yeah, that's what I was planning on it, yeah.
But you've got...
Yeah, that's a good question. What are you trying to achieve with your podcast?
And I'm not trying to achieve earning a few grand out of that day, those couple of days. I want to be a national brand. When you think of window cleaning, I want you to think of PCS. And in 5 years' time, I think I can achieve that through podcast, through everything I'm doing with PCS, through the next thing that's happening in the other business next year. I think that if you add all that together, there's a good chance that you're big news in exterior cleaning, you too.
Are we?
You got to overtake us, Jim.
In exterior clean, it's easy. No, in exterior cleaning, you two have made a name now.
Yeah.
So people will come to you. Now, if you've got backing and money to spend and the right people, I don't see why I can't do what you're doing, but
I don't
much
say
bigger.
my argument is I don't think money can get you ahead on the digital stuff.
No, not necessarily.
Because money can't get people to listen to your podcast.
No, and
Like,
what
that
you told
has
me
to
earlier about
come-
buying views, I didn't know that.
But regardless of that, what you talk about on your podcast, and we're going to come on as guests to your podcast,
You
right?
are.
Next month, you're going to
It's
come
gonna be
back
great.
here. We're going to film
Yep.
it here. So we are going to be on Jim's. I'm not saying don't listen to Jim's podcast because like we're top dog in it. But what I'm saying is the information you put out has to be valuable.
Yeah.
And money can't force people to listen to it. They're only going to come back and
To
listen.
make it more professional, though, can't it?
Yeah,
Do
100%.
you think
And that's something
back to
that's
shed
something
that I went
we've.
to originally.
That's
with the
that's
grass on
something
the
that's
walls
been very.
to this.
Even when we were in there, it was like, how can we improve the audio? How can we improve the video quality?
Yeah, exactly that.
We were still trying to improve, but they didn't force people to listen to us.
No.
it
And
was
ultimately,
just-
they came for the content.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it's regardless of where we are.
That-
And I
that's
came
what
to
I'm
your podcast at the show and was interviewed. You interviewed
Yeah.
me at the
Yeah.
show, and so did like Lee,
Yeah.
and you did a whole thing at the show, and I thought that was quite successful. But you bet you didn't make any money out of it.
We
We
did do it
lost,
for money.
we lost money.
You lost money on it.
Yeah.
It was never going to make money. We never done it to
But
make
that's
money.
what I'm
But
saying.
we don't
like,
do the
I'm not
podcast
sure
for the
I'm
money.
there to make money from it. I'm there to raise awareness.
Yeah, but but that'll cost you $3,000.
It could be double that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It cost us about $3,000.
We want an air freshener, by the way, because we gave out
that
about
what you got to do?
6,000 at the show last year. So we want,
I've still got your key ring on.
yeah,
my
we
key.
want an air freshener.
And a key ring.
Recoup some of the loss.
Yeah, you better have some merch, Jim.
Yeah.
I expect the merch, actually. We'll have that when you come down next month.
If it's all be from Timu, yeah, you know.
That's
that.
Mate,
fine.
it's
that's
fine, it's
mate.
fine, yeah.
We're not snobby. You can. We'll have your team.
I love a
mug and
Timu. My suit's from Timu.
You
I
can
love
get
Timu
us.
stuff.
Well, I'll wear a Dirt Millionaire suit, mate. If you want to sort me out one,
You
I'll
can
send
come and
you
have
my
a Dirt Millionaire
measurements.
t-shirt, definitely.
But yeah, I think, and it's coming from a place of wanting to help you do better with your podcast.
And I
it's
wanted to,
just
likewise,
very difficult.
I didn't know what you were going to talk to me today. This is unrehearsed.
Yeah.
People might not know that. You might have a few notes on the card, but I'm
Prompt
answering.
card, it's nothing
I'm
crazy.
answering-
that was
Yeah.
just
Just-
call you out your bullshit if you
Yeah,
lied.
yeah. And was it rubbish?
No,
you
mate,
said-
you
you said it
verbatim, I couldn't believe it.
I was prepping on the way up. But also, I'm coming here, like, your stage of business is the most interesting stage. It's the best stage. Your stage is not interesting.
I'm the bit
and
where
my
you might
stage
want to
is
kill
boring.
yourself at the end of every day.
It's boring business at my stage. Yours is still interesting, but yours is the arena is massive that you can
massively,
be in,
yeah.
and you just got to do it right. And I think that if you listen to all these stupid little tips
Yeah, they add up,
and
don't they?
do them all. So even like my favorite, like the community, I love that word. Right, community in a business is great. So if you take my dad's business, an optician's, he doesn't have to have a community because his community is there all the time. They don't move from that shop. Right, so his community is the people in that shop.
Does he not talk to other opticians though? Like
No, I said to him, "Is there not an optician's like podcast or anything?" Nothing.
there probably is.
There's like an entrepreneur who sells you a course that you can buy. He's
He
been on
should
that.
start a podcast.
He's well on. He's nearly retired. He wants to sell it. He's old boy now.
Keep him busy.
Yeah. I think that's his worry. Is you retire and then
Yeah.
what do you do?
Podcast about
No,
opticians.
come be a salesman for me. But
You don't want to be, that's £12 an hour.
exactly.
He's going to hold up 3 signs with
It's if
different
you work for.
prices.
It's if
all
you work
blurry.
for Ryan.
Which one can you read?
Is it with
the big one?
or without? With
That
or
was a
without?
joke on the other one. But the community that I've installed, if you install that from your first employee, I think you're going to do very well.
No, yeah, I've taken a lot of tips. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's,
So how far away are you from that?
I'm anticipating April next year
Why April?
because that's when the sun comes out and everything goes bang. So I couldn't believe the growth and just picking up jobs and picking up work, like Connie roofs and soffits and fascias and that sort of thing, and the pressure washing.
Could you afford someone now?
I could
Well, let me give some advice then, just from someone who's done it.
just do it.
No, why? Why are you waiting? Because when they come in April, they're seeing all the good, right? So when it comes to September, it's like it's cold. They're going to leave you,
Yeah.
right? Or set up by themselves, which a lot of people do. If you get them now, going into December, it's the worst time of year, horriblest weather, hardest time to do the job. If they can stick that...
Yeah, I've got them, and
that's why I had to get
until
these people
you sexually assault them.
Yeah.
Mate,
then you get to our size.
You straight face that as well.
when you get to our size and you've got to worry about HR, I can't stand stuff like that.
Yeah, you can't make those jokes anymore.
No, mate.
Can you not?
I'm getting them all out of my system before the next one comes because Elliot's not going to report me.
And the next one,
video on the internet.
Oh, mate. But no, yeah. I'm in, like, there's a couple of plates I'm spinning at the minute. I'm just getting a new house.
Yeah, I think what Jim said, I do kind of agree with, but in your specific situation, where you've got like a house to renovate,
if I weren't,
probably not a good idea.
If I weren't doing as much as I'm doing now in my personal life, just take someone
on part time now. It doesn't have to be a lot of money.
I could do.
Pay someone 15 grand and get them to work a couple of days a week. Just to free you up to do another thing, but teach him the community now. And then he's done the hard bit, he'll stick with you. Whereas you get someone in April, they're going to stay with you till September and go.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It does happen every year.
I see what you're saying.
And that's why, no offence to the two lads that left me, they've gone to off desk jobs because they didn't want to be outside.
Yeah,
it was getting cold. I'm having it on my toes. Desk job.
So even though you provide hot water and everything, that still bothered them?
Yeah.
That's mental. What did they do before you took them on?
They were... One of them was a carer and one of them was a driver for like Anglia Water or something.
See, not that I'm going to teach you how to suck eggs, but I think that's where you went wrong. I think I'm only going to take people on that have worked outside.
And can keep a secret.
Yeah.
Get your back, mate. Have that one, yeah.
And a tight. No, what? No, they have to have worked outside before.
And got daddy issues.
Yeah. Low self-esteem.
It does make sense about working outside. I think you need to be a different gravy, mate.
Because people think they like working outside in the summer.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant.
That's kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah,
totally.
Because those guys only with you from like March, April then.
They were, yeah.
So they've had no experience working outside.
And they could see it getting cold, and it was getting colder.
The absolute best staff member, and Elliot fits this bill, has worked outside and has been treated like shit. Because then they come to work for you, they get treated really well. They already know about working in the cold, but you've given them hot water and gloves and said, look, it gets dark at 4 o'clock. Let's make sure we wrap up at 3:30.
Yeah.
Come back to the unit. We'll have a brew. Fucking get up.
Well, my best worker, Graham, who's been on my podcast, I talked about him on your one. He window cleaned with me when I started 20 years ago. And he did like a bit when he was out, he got made redundant, did a little bit for us, and then went away for 18 years and then came back to us. But
that might be a little bit long for the growth though you're trying to do.
A little bit. But
Jim.
in that time period, he was working in an office, getting treated crap, getting crap money.
Yeah. But he'd worked outside previously.
Yeah. And so did he have his fleshly brother who works for me as well.
So there's definitely legs to my theory.
I agree. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. But those people are very hard to... Whatever industry, unless you're a gardener or...
No, there's loads of industries that work outside. Window fitters, brickies.
If you're a brickie, mate, why would you swap...
Milkman.
Brickies on proper money these days.
Someone
would you swap
in the
that
Discord just took on a milkman. For a milkman or a postman.
Oh, really?
Might have been Ben.
Oh, right, okay.
You'd know. What do you get on site if you're a brickie?
If you're proper laying it, you're upwards 250, 350 a day.
So why would you
Yeah, but it's not.
But
they get that.
they're not
they
all
get
of them.
that as before tax and travel and everything. Like we had this conversation the other day when you were working up in London, and the wage they were giving you like looks brilliant on paper, but then you take out your travel and your lunch and your tax, and you're on 125 quid a day.
Mate, it wasn't even that.
Yeah,
it was gone. It was 40k, just under 40k a year.
Or you can be local,
tax and travel,
stay local, have a van.
Yeah,
there's no travel costs to work because that's paid for by the company. You know,
Zed take his van home.
He does take it home, yeah. There's obviously I'm not going to pay for your lunch, but like you can make your lunch at home because you ain't got to travel. Do you know what I mean?
Making it easy for him, innit?
It's like realistically, you're probably going to earn more money being a local window cleaner than you would being a brickie up in London.
Fair enough.
Because once you've considered all of the costs involved, and then they're getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mate, it's a dog's life. Working in London's a dog's life.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it. I mean, even the lads in the city. I mean, you speak to them on a Friday and they don't want to do anything else but just go home and just sit in silence and just tend to their garden. Because they're just burnt out. They're fried.
I was on site this morning. I was at the job 7 o'clock this morning. I'd forgotten all my cloths. I was meant to clean a couple of their windows internally because they had like a mark. And I texted Elliot, can you drop me off some cloths on your way to your first job? He replied to me at 7:30 when he woke up. He was like, yeah, no worries. I'm just getting ready. Started work at 8. Like, what other job can you do that?
It's a lovely number. If like in the grand scheme of things, like I see, sometimes if I'm out and I'm driving around, right, I'll be out late and I see the people. Like if I leave here around about 4 or 5ish, I'll see the people getting off the train, and I look at them and I think, I wonder what sort of day you've had, because I can tell you I've smashed it.
We went up to London the other day. You just look at everyone on the train and they just look so miserable. And they're probably not on much more money than we'd pay a window cleaner.
And a window cleaner's working 20 minutes from his house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mental, really, isn't it?
Then but London season ticket from here is like $9,000 a year or 11 grand a year or something.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous expensive on this line.
It's a brutal existence. And what if you want to go gym? Mate, you've got to carry a bag all the way into the city and then carry it all the way back out again.
Yeah, or go at 7 o'clock once you get home.
Mate, it's horrible. When the gym's packed. It's like honestly,
or you can
like
finish at 4, go straight to the gym.
We're really selling it to people, but the whole 9 to 5 thing, I think, is just like is awful.
Let me ask you two some questions. I know we're going to do a little bit on a podcast, just a couple before you finish.
We love it.
What do you do if it rains all day?
Get wet. No, it depends how hard it is.
No, it's on Friday. It absolutely peeled it down all day. What would you two do?
Reschedule
the work. Bring Ellie in here. Clean some equipment. Make a list of some businesses to cold call. Maybe call them.
No cleaning.
You can't clean if it's fucking teeming down, can you?
It's not. Chainsaw,
you could
tools.
clean, but my ethos on it is, I don't want to have the argument with customers like when it is ridiculous.
I agree with you.
In light to medium rain, I'll argue with them all day long that our bills do not stop, and if we didn't clean in light to medium rain, we'd lose 2 months of the year.
Yeah.
But heavy rain might be 5 or 6 days.
Yeah.
It's like it's never that mental for the whole day.
Just trying to get like for the growth, like to show an investor growth is quite difficult actually, because there's so many variables. Like he's going, well, how many days do you have off for rain? And I'm going, I can't even remember the last day, and then Friday happened. And for me, there's 4 or 5 lads off, not earning money for a full day. That could be $2,000 down.
Yeah.
For your monthly figure, whatever it is, say you're doing 40k, $2,000 down. That's a lot.
Yeah, I see you, mate. Yeah, but you're only $2,000. It's only postponed, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still, you've lost a day in the month.
But
you have lost a day.
You're getting it back.
Well, you can do a Saturday or a Sunday, can't you? I know you don't want to.
Yeah, staff ain't going to do that though.
Well, I mean,
if you're paying more,
I know a few lads that Steve from Clearview in Wales, he says to his lads, you need to keep 5 holiday days for weather, which they're happy with, or if they don't want to take the holiday day, they can work on the Saturday.
That's freaking genius. That is.
Yeah.
5 holiday days that you have to use for rain.
Or you don't have to use it for rain, but you work a Saturday.
That's really clever.
Because you might get the weather forecast the night before and it's torrential and you know it's going to be torrential, so then you can kind of make a plan and do something. It's not like you're going to wake up and go like you're going to get the message at 10:30 and go, lads, cancel it off, we're going to work Saturday instead, because then that's just going to pee everyone off, innit?
That's I really like that.
But if it starts raining at 10:30, you've done 2.5 hours of cleaning, presumably.
Yeah.
So you should be, doing all right for that day.
And do you pay Elliot any overtime for anything?
No.
Is there overtime to do?
If he works a Saturday, I'll give him time and a half. But I don't remember the last time he worked a Saturday.
Wouldn't really need to, would you?
He's worked maybe 2 Saturdays since I took him on in February. But I just refuse to. If someone's like, "Can you come Saturday?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
We don't work Saturdays.
You work hard enough as it is.
It's like I do work on Saturdays and Sundays anyway. Like if I'm not arranging the round for the week or whatever, or I'll come down here to do something.
How many hours a week do you think you do admin, both of you?
Not many.
So
I do. I arrange all the week on a Sunday. It takes me about half hour.
And then Squeegee just automatically sends your messages out.
And then, well, it's 2 clicks of a button to send the messages out. I could schedule them all on that Sunday if I wanted to, but I don't do that because we regularly add a job for this week.
5 hours a week?
Probably less than that.
No, at the minute I'd probably say 2 hours a day.
I would imagine it's more like that.
Yeah, because
you've got everything automated, don't you?
Yeah, well, I've got a virtual assistant, so I don't answer the phone.
And they just send you a message with what's how we're
just before you turned up, Google had called, taken a message, called him back up, booked his window clean and a driveway clean.
Great.
I was on the phone 7 minutes.
Great.
And that's his details.
Do you find that they cut out, it's called the wheat from the chaff, you know that expression?
Mm.
So do you find that they take away an awful lot of that and you just deal with the really good leads?
So if they get a call and someone's refused to leave their email and they've gone, it says not given. So if they're giving me their name but not giving me their email, their number, and then not giving me their property details, I won't even waste my time.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
So they'll still take the message, but it's look, if you were serious about it, you just leave your details.
Yeah, totally.
Why wouldn't you? But also, I get a lot of people that call and just refuse to leave any details, and then I get a message saying.
But that's the same as what Caroline's doing. So if someone calls me, I don't pick up the phone. I just tell Caroline, "Can you phone this person?" And it's creating that barrier. Someone else is phoning them back. It's not me phoning them back. It's not you phoning them back.
So I get that, and then if I had Facebook ads on, that's all automated. That my admin's just putting them in the diary. Really, but then I don't really bend the diary to fit people in. So if someone booked in today, but we're next in their area, because we do each area once every 4 weeks. So that guy booked in, because we was doing his driveway, is a bit different, but we were in his area yesterday. So we couldn't get to him until next Thursday. But I said to him, your next cleaner, your second clean will be 3 weeks after the first one, because we need to get you in line.
Yeah.
That's just how it works. So I won't bend the diary to,
I do a lot of that.
Yeah, I think that's the efficiency killer.
Personally. But I could do that because it's very compact.
Yeah,
nothing's far away.
So
even if you go, someone phoned me today, they want their gutters done, and I said, well, you can't fit into the round today because we're at capacity today. I'll send the boys tomorrow, first job. So one of the cleaners is going to go tomorrow to do a 200 quid gutter.
But how often are you
tomorrow
in
morning,
each area?
And it's 1 mile from the unit.
Are you in each area once a week? At your level?
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
So why didn't you just book them in for next week when you're in that area?
Because I've just added £200 this week and no one's really been fussed about it. No one's had to adjust their day much about it.
But a big point. You said it's a mile from the warehouse.
Yeah.
That's ideal scenario.
Yeah.
That might be 4 miles.
That might be 12 miles.
That might be 6 miles.
But if it was 12 miles, I wouldn't book it for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
you'd
wait. Next time I was 12 miles away.
Yeah.
The way I do it is...
Because you've got further away.
It's got nothing to do with that. I just don't bend the dial. It's just a rule that I don't break.
Yeah, I think Dan is right on a little bit. I think you are missing out on some work, but you are resigned to the fact that you're missing out on that work.
It's not that I'm missing out on the revenue.
Yeah.
The work still comes in.
Yeah.
But I just haven't had it this week. I've had it next week, which I get. I've lost the time from this week now.
No, so someone phones you up and say, I've got an end of tenancy clean. I need all the gutters and faces and windows done on the outside. I need it done before Saturday. And you are not in that area. You're just not going to do it.
If it is an ad hoc job, it's different.
Don't jam it in reverse now, mate.
I'm talking about regular window cleans.
Right.
I'm not going to break the system for.
I thought you meant if you're just not in the area.
If someone's like, "Oh, can you come pressure wash my driveway for 400 quid?" But I need it done before Saturday. So is my £200
gutters ad hoc or is that regular customer?
If it was a regular customer,
it's on a regular customer's windows.
I would almost go as far to say, "I'll do it next time we come do your windows." I've done that with lots of customers this month where they've texted the day we've done their windows and gone, "Oh, I saw you do gutters on the side of your van."
Only because I've done that in the past and they found someone to do it closer than the time.
See, it don't really bother me.
That's what I mean. It doesn't bother you, but you are missing out on that revenue.
I think the efficiency...
I don't think it's a big number, but you are missing out on some revenue.
I think the efficiency I gain from not doing it counteracts the
I think if they do that, though, that was never your money.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it.
Or it was, you just got to bend it.
Yeah, I get that. I do get that as well.
Because you'd do it.
It might.
Yeah, when I first started, I would have done.
If I said to you, tomorrow, you got to start an hour earlier, but I'm going to give you 200 quid to go and do a gutter a mile away from here, you'd go, yes, of course
it's also very dependent on how busy I am.
Well, that's what I'm going to say. Like
this week, we had a really shocking week. Well, like last week. Like, I added all sorts of work in places we shouldn't have been in.
But what's shocking? Like half of what you usually do?
Well, we've done 1,800 quid, so we normally do 4 to 5 grand. So
it's like, less than half.
Yeah, real bad.
Yeah.
But I've got one week every 8 weeks that's just fucking so difficult to build, and it's just not building for me.
There must be a reason, though. Like it's a bad area or it's bad customers.
Yeah, there's a couple of areas we do that are quieter, that are smaller. So it's just like naturally harder to get more work in that fall on that week. So there's like 2 days where we've got 5 jobs in the 2 respective areas, and it just kills it. But in like from a month ago, there was ad hoc work that just got put onto those. So like today, I've done 4 carpet cleans. So that was 670 quid.
Great.
I finished at 2.
Great. That's good margin.
But in the summer, there's that every day.
Yeah.
So if we've got a quieter day on the windows, it's like, Elliot, just chip off early, mate.
That was slightly what I was trying to get at earlier with if you're running everything at capacity, you can't do that. I couldn't have 4 vans completely packed out at 100% because there's no growth then.
Yeah, but
there has to be a little bit for growth.
That's if you didn't want to grow. This is what we was discussing.
If you're in growth mode,
your margins will be smaller because you've got to do things like that.
Have
5 cleaners doing less than capacity so that you've got room to grow. But if you wanted to make it really efficient and stick where you're at now, take 150, 170 grand a year from your business, you could do that.
And I know you want to finish. The guy that came on who had, I think he was called We Clean or something like that, who had
Simon.
investment. Yeah. He took investment.
Yeah.
And I've taken investment. Would you take investment?
I know how much you're getting. I wouldn't have taken your deal, honestly.
Okay.
Simon's deal was 10 times yours for, I think, less revenue.
But I wasn't doing it for the money, was I?
He gave half of his business away, I think.
Yeah, but he was doing it for money only.
No, he's doing it the same reasons as you. Growth.
No, yeah. So if my investor, because I know him as well, if my investor had given me nothing, like give me a token gesture, 10 grand, I still would have taken him on because I didn't need.
But would you have given away the same amount of shares?
Well, that's what he wanted. So for me to get his expertise, I had to give that away.
But you could have paid someone with not giving away anything for the
same expertise. But they wouldn't have been as invested as he's going to be.
No, I get that, but that's why you get the money.
Yeah.
Like, just because he's got a share in your business doesn't make him invested, but he's dropped X amount of money, which makes him financially invested.
Which ties him to the business.
That's why you do it. The shares are not really the big thing.
To this guy, he's got multiple businesses. That exhibition is one of his many businesses. This is like a drop in the ocean to him. This is a pebble on the beach to him, right? He's doing it as part favour to my old man, but part is he's viewing it like a challenge.
Yeah, it's like he's probably a bit bored
and make it something massive, right?
But you're using that money for growth, right? Simon was doing the same thing, but just on a bigger scale.
But I still would have done it, even if he'd give me 10 grand. I still would have done the deal because I needed something that he was bringing.
Yeah, I'm just saying, me personally,
which is what? The cash.
I wouldn't.
No, it's not. The cash is just bonus.
His mentorship.
He's bringing. That's a good word.
But I wouldn't have given away what I'd given.
Already, like I went to him about the units, and I said, "What do I do about these units?" Because I was fretting that I'm going to have basically a double unit that I'm paying big money for. Then I've got the unit that I can't get out of. So I'm only a little window cleaning business, doesn't need a lot of space. And I've now got all this space and I'm paying a lot of money for it. And he found a solution that I wouldn't have thought of. And I'm not sure another mentor that I just paid would have thought of. And he just, what are you worried about? I've done this 1,000 times over. This is what you do.
It's experience, isn't it?
Yeah. Right? And yeah, you could probably argue you could pay someone to do that.
The thing is, you now know that information.
Yes.
So how much would you value your time? If I came to you and was like, Jim, I want some mentorship.
Yeah.
What would you charge me?
That's a question.
If I
You'll
said,
get all my tips by listening to you two.
But if I said I'll give you $1,000 a month, but I want you on the end of the phone.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that.
What, for $1,000 a month? You just want a few phone calls?
No, because not giving you the real information, like
the secret sauce,
figures, and all the little tricks and stuff like that. That's taken me 20 years to do. No, because actually, no, it's not. What
would you value it at then?
Well, I had another millionaire who was interested in investing in me, and he gave me a completely different figure to invest in the company. And I turned him down, and he said, well, why don't you just pay me to be your mentor? I'll come in once a fortnight for half an hour, and he was going to charge me $1,000 a month for half an hour every 2 weeks.
But so how much has your mentor now saved you with that little tip, whatever he gave you about your units?
But how long do you have the mentor for? There's so many variables in that, isn't it? How long do I have this £1,000 a month mentor for?
Yeah, how long have you got your investor?
He might save you money, won't he?
Yeah, but this
you might 10x your business and get to £4 million a year, and your bloke goes, well, I want you to buy me out now. I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore.
I'll buy him out.
Yeah, but then how long have you got the guy you're paying? How long have you got your investor? There's
too many variables.
He might turn around in 6 months and go, this ain't working. I want my money back.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Buy my 25%.
Which is why I wanted someone who was kind of that it was the pebble on the sand. It was.
I think there's advantages.
It's not a lot of money. It might be a lot of money to me, but it's not a lot of money to him.
Effectively, you're taking it on for growth, whether it's from advice, the mentorship, or the money.
I think it's an important point that I would have taken him on even if there was hardly any money there. I still would have done the deal.
You think so?
Because I value what he's bringing and the contact list and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's invaluable. Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
He's in with people that I couldn't get in front of.
I just don't think giving away part of your business is the right route. But that's just my personal opinion.
Well, that's James Sinclair thinks that, doesn't he? He's got no partners and he runs 50 million.
I just think like the information he's given you, if you tried hard enough, you'd get that for free.
Yeah.
Like there's probably someone in BNI that could have helped you out.
Remember what we talked about last time, though, about what I went through. You understand why I've done that? Because of the burnout stuff.
Yeah,
right?
but like you spoke to us.
Haven't done that.
You spoke to us, and then you've gone away. I'm not saying we stopped you from burning out, but like I feel like we opened your eyes a little bit.
Right? It was all down to you.
Do you know what I mean? Like
No, mate.
It's just talking to people in general will help.
Yeah, agreed.
And
that investor had been through burnout, and actually, the more you talk about it, I didn't really want to talk about it, and then I came on here, and now everybody talks to me about it. So many people have been through that,
mate.
Yeah,
that's
especially successful people that are earning decent money. They've all had a time like that.
Yeah,
and like the investor, he's been through 2 recessions, pandemic. He's done it all. That information that you're paying someone $1,000 a month for might not have.
No, they might not. They might not.
But they could have. Yeah.
There might be someone that would give you the information and help for nothing.
There could be. So would you take an investor?
No, I don't think I would.
Even if it was
unless it was like a really good deal. Like a really good deal.
In money terms?
In money terms and a small percentage.
So it's not about what they can bring, it's about what money they can bring.
Yeah, because I know where to put my money.
That's a stretch, isn't it? That's a big statement. If you knew where to put your money, you'd be a millionaire. So I'd say you don't know where to put your money.
I don't mean in like an investment type of thing. I mean in growing the business.
Yeah, same principle. No matter what you apply it to, if you knew where to put your money, you'd be a millionaire.
No, because it's relative, isn't it? I'm starting with nothing. So yeah, I might be a millionaire in 5-10 years because I know where to put my money, but it's relative. It's growing relatively.
But you had, for example, that weekly Simon. You said, yeah. He got 800 customers in 10 days, or was it 80 customers?
It was 800
80 a day, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was 80 a day.
80 in 10 days, right? Now, if you knew where to put your money, he'd say to you, you know, go and employ Kingdom canvassers to go out and get you loads of work.
I don't think he would recommend that.
He wouldn't.
From what I spoke to him about, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't a good. He had the money, and that was the fastest way to get the customers.
Right.
That's not necessarily the best way to get the customers.
Yeah.
I think if you was in his position, that was a good thing to do.
Adding 80 customers a day has got to be a good thing.
He had 10 times the amount of money that your investors given you.
Yeah.
Like you've told me.
Yeah.
10 times. So
that's lots of money.
Lots of money, and it's almost like, what do I do with it?
Now we've got to spend it.
What's the quickest way to grow? Well, canvassing is going to be the quickest way to grow.
So he had the money and then did the canvas.
He didn't have to think about where he put the money.
Right.
It was like, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this. It's almost an unlimited budget, right?
Fair enough.
And they added
the ideal position to
they added £1 million in 2 months or something.
That's
ridiculous, wasn't it?
Mental.
And they bought. I think you used some of that to buy that business.
Satellite one,
I'd have to rewatch it to refresh my memory. But
and would you take on?
I probably would. Yeah, I probably would take investment. I've got a couple of
you've
friends.
got a couple of close people though that would be good to.
I've got a couple of close people that do that, and they're like venture capitalists. So they go in and they help little companies start up and turn into big companies, and then in 2-3 years they just say, "Come on, let's get them cashed
That's
and then
what
go."
this bloke is the same.
And it's
vulture capitalist.
I mean, I'd probably have to sit there and work out if I'd want it to grow this business or another one. But yeah, I'd definitely be open to the conversation.
Is this not end game?
What?
This business now?
No.
It's not end game.
No, not at all. Not for me, anyway.
So you just want to get to a figure and then sell it? And
No. I don't want to sell it. I think I can make a great living. and have a great life out of it, and I will do. But for me,
other things in the
totally.
Well.
Yeah, I'm more than a one-trick pony. I need a couple of little things.
And you're not selling it though, right?
I won't sell. No, I will sell eventually.
Like actually, what's the word?
Strategy.
Exit.
Oh, exit.
Exit in the business.
I want to sell. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I would like three of these.
Cool.
So completely hands-off business. 3 satellite. Settings.
That was a really interesting episode with that Simon guy, because I think it's very difficult to go to another. Like my next catchment area is Cambridge, and then I'm approaching coming towards you two. I don't want to be anywhere near Essex.
I think
really.
I'd probably do Surrey because it's like there's something in the water down there.
Mate, it's a gold mine from what we can see.
There's five.
Your prices are much higher than your prices
there's
here.
There's 7 van plus companies in Surrey that we know about.
Really?
Yeah, 5. Then probably Norfolk seems like a good one as well.
They're just very far. Yeah, Norfolk.
That's where Simon is.
But Norfolk is nowhere near here, yeah.
Yeah, it's about an hour away.
2 counties away. Yeah. You've got Essex, Suffolk, and then Norfolk.
Well, Norfolk's next to Suffolk, isn't it?
Yeah, so you can go on the skinniest patch. You can go straight through Suffolk into Norfolk.
Away.
Yeah, you'd be there in about an hour.
I think you're all right in an hour, because what you're doing is adding 2 hours to your day, basically, aren't you?
It wouldn't be, no, but it wouldn't be. We'd have this set up, copied and pasted in Norfolk, so it'd have its own office, its own staff, and.
But you need another you.
No, because I would just float between the 3 offices. My job at that point wouldn't be running a window cleaning business.
Because you've got all the
there'd be middle management.
automated stuff for the next area.
Middle management would be in there running it. So there'd be like a manager at each site that does the rounds, sorting out the rounds, sorting the staff out.
And how far is that away in their timeline?
Probably 10 years, 15 years.
Long way away.
Yeah. But I think once... And like I personally, this is just me, you can bleed an area for as much as you can, but you're always going to have competition. So it's much easier to just go and try it in a different area.
How far away for you do you think you are from bleed in this area?
Oh, I don't know any like 10
When you say bleed in area, what do you mean?
Well, if you've got 10 vans in an area, you're bleeding in an area.
Yeah, like
you're saturating
you're everywhere with 10 vans.
0 to 10 vans is easier from 10 to 20 vans in terms of getting the customers because obviously your churn then becomes higher.
I'm the biggest domestic window cleaner in Peterborough with 4.
So I don't know.
If I had 10, imagine that you were just everywhere. Everybody would know that's saturating an area.
I would love to know if there's like a 6-7 van plus company in Essex. I don't know of any off the top of my head.
What sort of figures is that then? Like $1.5 million or something like that?
7 vans would be about 800 grand, plus 8 to depending on your pricing.
700 or 800 grand.
Yes,
that's double me then, isn't it?
7 vans, and
double the vans.
I know a couple of people doing close to $1 million with 6.
But I am right in the fact that Abacus and Pryor are the biggest, in Britain.
Biggest like sole operators, I think so. You've got like
what's the
Clean,
who?
Clean, Your Local. There's another one who are like.
They're not in my areas. I've never heard of them.
They're like Ben's Gut. They're nationwide. They're like Ben's Gutters.
Oh, Ben's Gutters.
Sort of set up where they have lots of staff.
They got a very good concept, Ben's Gutters.
But I think Clean got. Again, I'm not 100% on these, but they got a big cash injection. They do like first cleans for like 10 quid. So they're in the stage of, I think they've got about 30,000 customers. They just getting as many on, and I'm assuming they'll just ramp up the prices like an off switch at some point, and then.
There's got to be something in it though, because I was looking at it after that conversation on the Discord between Pryor and Abacus, because they're not far away really.
They've got the same amount of domestic customers.
They're not far away in area. They're not far away in amount of money they're turning, really. They're not far away. They're $1 million apart maybe, but
it's
in
like
the grand scheme of
30%,
things,
isn't it?
30% more. I just wonder why Pryor chose to just do domestic only, and why I think Patrick is saying, no, well, we definitely are not.
I wouldn't want to talk for Lee, but I would assume it's something to do with just the ease of dealing with domestic customers. Like, it's easy to get, it's easy to replace.
You just need loads of them, though, don't you?
And but it's like anyone can go clean a 3-bedroom house, but you need maybe a little bit of something about you to go and clean a shop front.
I think he probably just repeated what worked.
And
that's another thing as well,
It does work.
Just copy and pasting what works, and then someone would probably say, why don't you do commercial? And he might turn around and go, do you know what? I never really thought about it.
Well, ask him.
Residential just worked.
Yeah, man. That'd be an interesting episode.
He's coming back early next year.
You'll have him on yours soon.
Yeah. But that's kind of not the way I want to go. Like, he's done that with you because he's trying to give tips out, and you're trying to find out from growth and stuff like that. I don't really know what I'm trying to achieve out of my podcast. It was just something I fancy doing.
It's good to do, though. It's good to do. And it's
but
just
there's lots of little podcasts out there. You had the guy on that was using loads of water. He's got his own podcast.
Yeah. There's lots of podcasts that have been and gone.
Yeah. And yours has stayed, so it shows.
You got Smout, who still does his weekly Monday live stream. I think Rob does a Sunday.
Who's
maybe
Rob?
The guy who's on the podcast that does 1,000 litres of water.
Oh yeah.
He does a Sunday. Crystal Clear Windows, I think he's business.
Yeah.
He does a Sunday, and I think he's pretty consistent. But Red Clean haven't uploaded since June or July.
No, ever since they go Macintosh.
Spinner Clean started, done 3 episodes, I think, and packed it in.
I think this rubbish business model to let's make a video dissing another window cleaner. That's a really poor thing to do. I know Ashley's got his own views, and I know Ashley personally, but why?
We was chatting
don't
to him.
Diss him.
We was chatting to him on Wednesday. He was at the show we went to, and he just hasn't got the time for it, has he? But he was pretty sporadic uploading anyway.
He's screwed on. And he knows where he's at.
Yeah, there's been a few others. Max from Links, he done My Apprentice Window Cleaner, or I think it was with the Apprentice Window Cleaner.
Yeah, there's another one just started.
Part-time window cleaner one.
I think, is it Ben King's?
But yeah, Ben starts.
Ben, yeah, I'm watching all of his.
He's doing a podcast or something.
Business,
I don't think he's done like a proper episode yet, but he's got something
in the pipeline.
There's always watching him. He puts something out every day, like a reel or whatever it is every day, and there's always something that goes wrong in there. So I went on holiday last week, and like it went to pot without me. Now, whether I blow my own trumpet or not, you have to get to a stage where it doesn't go to pot without you, and you, because you're automated, it's less likely to go to pot when you're not there. But the thing is, the boys had problems. There was a van breakdown. There was a bit of kit broken down. They had a full day of rain. So I'm expecting it to be a little bit less, but it wasn't even break even for the week. And you just think, well, I ain't going on holiday anytime soon because if we can't break even,
I think there's a couple of things
no one's fault.
Implement.
It's just lots of crap happened.
You know, I think it's just like you live and learn, didn't you? So if you put a process in place now for rain where the guys make that own decision or whatever, I don't know. It's a bit of
I think as well, sometimes, just to interject, talking from a little bit of experience now, because I used to, when I was in the city, I managed a team and I was managing, I think the project was like 1.2 million. And there was a couple of little tricks I used to implement, and it just made my life that much easier. And one of them was like, I'll tell you now, this is where the spares are kept, because if it goes wrong, you don't have to call me. Does that make sense? So like if the gutter vac went bang, it'd probably, I don't know if you have spares, but it would pay to have one and go, lads, if anything goes wrong, you ain't got to call me, there's one here. Yep. And that's what I implemented. Yep. Because I'd say, if you ever run out of this, I'm going to make sure there's 15 downstairs in this room and I'm going to show you where it all is. And it just saves that call.
Yeah.
And it's just little things like that would make your... So I'd probably look at why they called you. I mean, the van breaking down is totally reasonable.
Yeah, it needed a new alternator, a new battery.
Yeah, but like, obviously then...
But did they have to call the office to tell them they're broken down?
Or did they have to disrupt the boss on holiday?
Did they have the details of the, recovery person sorted out themselves?
Well, that's the difference. Like, they could have done it, but I reckon that would have taken them a week to get that fixed. I was on the boat going to Ireland and I got it fixed for the next morning.
Yeah, no, I'm saying you would still have to deal with that because that is the burden of a business owner. But did they call you and was like, I've broken down, what do I do?
Did they call me? Yeah.
Yeah, so you could put a process in place to say, Jim, I broke down, RAC have got the van, they've taken it to this garage, they're going to call you with what the problem is, they'll let you know and they'll give you a quote. Cheers, employee number one. That's brilliant. Thanks. I'll wait for their call. There's nothing you can do. The van's broken down. Like what are you going to do? But they've dealt with because you've given them some.
Your point was great. I'm not sure I had to implement yours so much.
I can go deeper on that one.
My point's just processes. Like like you
and
just
I'm
need
learning
to
all these new processes.
You need to have a process for everything.
A playbook, they call it, don't they?
It's a company handbook. A company handbook.
How to everything.
Yeah, a company handbook. So it's just like, what if this happens? This is what you do, and then you have a monthly or a quarterly training day where you come in and you refresh their memories. This is, this happened in the last 3 months, so we've put this in the handbook. Brilliant. Then you always add into it because stuff's always going to go wrong. But it's like, well, your univalve's broken. Do you know how to change the univalve? No. Okay, let's show you all how to change it.
How to do that.
Like, and here's a spare on your van. This is what you do. You snip this bit, put the new one on. O-rings, clamp them down, job done. You'll be in and out in 5 minutes.
Now imagine trying to explain that to someone on the phone when they're having a bad day. That's a 2-hour conversation, mate.
They're stressing because, they need to get their work done and then, the thing's not working.
Well, we had people in place. Graham and my mate Dave came and helped out that situation that worked out. But I understand what you're saying.
I mean, the van breaking down is a little bit of a rarer occurrence. It's not going to happen a lot. But a bit of equipment breaking, that's something that could happen regularly.
Do you have spare, O-rings and stuff like that? Do you have spares in the van?
Yeah. So I don't at the moment, but we have a spare. Basically, there's 2 setups in every van.
So they could just swap to the other setup?
Yeah. And then there's 2 spare brushes if something drastic.
Do you work with a garage, like a MOT garage?
No.
Mate, if you've got a dentist and you've got a doctor, you need a garage. You've got 4 vans.
Well, this bloke who did it was very good actually, so I might use him.
But it's like so now put his number in everyone's phone, and obviously don't ring him just for a jolly up. If something goes wrong, who's the mechanic? It's not me. It's going to be him, innit? It's like I've got a garage that I use, and obviously eventually I'll work that into my culture. And it's like if you go over a pothole and like your CV boot's hanging off, don't call me because I don't know what I'm doing. Try and get it to him.
You've probably got.
There's no point phoning me
You've
anyway.
probably got something. You've probably got something on your estate, but like we've got 4 garages on this estate. There's a new tyre place opening there. There's another tyre place around the corner. Like we've used them all.
Today, this is why people watch it though. I've learned that podcasting wasn't what I thought it was. I've learned that little trick about the rain, little trick about spares. You know, and I'm doing more money than both of you. But I've learned something from
that's
that.
That's why we started it.
It's definitely the Discord is magic.
It's just a good community, isn't it? Because like for every bad egg on Facebook, there's a good egg, and we've just managed to get all the good eggs and put them all together.
Have you noticed that everybody's selling up at the moment though? Is it that time of year?
Pressure washing equipment. I've seen a lot
few. Yeah,
so much gear out there, cheap as well.
I've seen. Someone was selling a heater, brand new, not been used, and
then someone messaged him for his round.
I messaged him. I mentioned this on the pod. So I said, "Are you?" Because he's like, "I haven't got time to do it." So I just commented and said, "You haven't got time to window clean, or you haven't got time to install the hot water." And he said, "Haven't got time to window clean." So I went, "If you got any work for sale, I'll buy it."
Great.
And he came back with, "I'm selling a hot water system, not work." I was like, "Mate, why you got to be so rude?"
He hasn't understood how it's just got.
He don't live in your head rent free though, bruv, does he?
His head.
Every time we record a pod, he's going to pop back in.
Mate, for real, yeah.
So you're on a hot water now, Ryan?
Yeah. We've got one up and running. The other one had to go back to Dean for just a little bit of a tweak. And that should be coming back either today or tomorrow.
And did you install them?
I installed them.
So it's plug and play, really, isn't
it?
I mean, not his ones.
I wouldn't recommend it for someone who's not handy. But if you're handy,
I'm not installing mine.
No, I probably wouldn't recommend it for you. But like Dan, no issue at all. Just be like, do it yourself. Save.
They're great. So I've got both. I've got a $5,000 Pure Freedom one. That is the business.
What heater?
That is the dogs.
But the bare bones of the pure. My issue with the Ionics one and the Pure Freedom one, the bare bones of it are the same as the Sonberg one, right?
Yeah, but the Sonberg one will let you down 100 times before the Pure Freedom one does.
But why?
Because it's cheap parts.
Well, what's cheap about the parts? Because he's got a Webasto heater.
Well, I don't think Dean's ones aren't Webasto, are they?
Yeah.
They're Webasto and the
Webasto
Sonberg.
And both of mine. Yeah.
Is Sonberg Webasto?
I believe so.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Could be other bits, so there's more than just a heat.
But other than that, it's just.
Well, that's one from like China, isn't it? And it's like 1,500 quid, and there's a reason why the Pure Freedom one's like $3,000 or $5,000. It must be better.
I don't think there is. I think it's just because they are who they are, and they can charge a premium.
I've had heaters. I've had a Sonberg for 2 years in one of my vans, and I've had a Pure Freedom the same amount of time. The Pure Freedom is bang on. Every single day.
Yeah.
It will get to 60, 70 degrees every single day without fail if you put fuel in it. The Sonberg is a bit intermittent. You'll get 60 degrees out of it and it won't turn on. It hasn't got a thermostat setting, has it?
No. Right? They're basic, but then
you're also buying a heater for your van in the winter. So I don't have to go put no heaters in any of my vans.
Yeah, but ours works the same.
The Sonberg one the Chinese ones does that.
Yeah, it'll just cycle water though all night.
Yeah,
so you're running your battery down?
Yeah.
Well, that's not clever, is
Mate,
it?
you ain't running the diesel overnight, are you?
You can do. I'm not, but you can do.
I was going to say, yeah.
No, so when in the middle of winter, when it's minus, how are you going to make sure your van's not frozen now?
We're not. We're going to turn the heater on at 6 o'clock in the morning.
I've done it all before. I'm not.
So, like, my issue is...
I wouldn't bank on that working every time.
Elliot lives in a block of flats, so he can't plug a heater in. But like my van, I'll plug a heater in, no issue.
If you had the Pure Freedom one, it's done.
Yeah,
not using any diesel.
What? How's it not using diesel?
It's just goes to the frost. No, there's no diesel to turn on the fan. It's just electric.
How's it heating?
How's it heating it?
No, it's just fan, isn't it? So it's not producing heat. It's just getting circulation of air.
So your van freezes overnight.
Every van will freeze overnight.
But if you're just pushing air around, it's like having a fan in the back of your van.
You made it sound like this one wouldn't make your vans freeze. That's what it just sounded like.
Yeah, maybe I'm explaining it wrong. If you buy the Pure Freedom one, I didn't think the Sonberg had a thing that made it run when it's cold. It turns on.
It hasn't got an automatic when the temperature drops.
The Pure Freedom one does.
Yeah,
Whether it uses diesel or not, I don't know. I don't know how it's.
It definitely uses diesel.
So there is diesel
it just
running.
Works. It just works as a heater, right? A diesel heater overnight. So if the temperature drops below 2 degrees, it will bring the temperature back up to 3 or 4 degrees and then turn itself off.
It must not be a lot of diesel because
probably
because it'll go to it's just keeping it off for temperature, isn't it?
Yeah,
so it'll fall down
zero.
So it'll fall down to 0. It'll kick in, raise it to 3, and then it'll come back down again.
You're
over an hour.
You're going to get someone in his comments, I can guarantee it'll go, "Oh, we only get 3 freezing days a year. What are you complaining about? What you've done all that investment for?" And it's just rubbish. It's more than 3 days a year. It's like 3 months of the year.
Even if it is 3 days, I think last year, genuinely, we only had like 2 weeks where it was like I had to have the heater in the back of the van for about 2 weeks.
16 grand revenue.
Well, that's my point. But if you're on your own, then I understand why they're like, why did you put in? And you can put a heater in the back of your van overnight.
It was big investment. That's a lot of money to put in the back of a van.
But also, I think you can double down on the marketing, can't you? Hot water window cleaning and stuff.
But when I first came here, you weren't even window cleaning, and you didn't even have electric reels.
No.
And you got electric reels now as well.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. The electric reels aren't not the be all and end all for me.
They do save you time though.
I don't think they save time.
Save you effort.
Effort, definitely.
Effort.
They're nice. They're lovely to have, but it's just another thing that can go wrong.
And it's another problem as well because when you run you'll see as it gets colder when you run in hot water and it's at temperature through it, when it runs in, it doesn't wind out the same. As it went in,
all swells and expands.
Because it swells and all that, and you get stuck. And if you're trying to if you're trying to go around the back of a house and you get it, and you've dragged it in through the motor, and it's hot water, that when you get to the next house, you're gonna have to unreel all that. It ain't gonna come out. You're gonna have to take it all out to start again, because it hasn't gone in right with the hot water coming back in. There is just little teething stuff from it.
Mate, that would be my 13th reason.
Squeaky Clean didn't tell you that when he was selling it outside the expo, when loads of people bought it. They didn't tell you all that
Not when the sun's on you, mate. He ain't going to tell you about freezing weather.
Yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, I think it is a big investment for not many days of the year in the grand scheme of the year. But the amount of money you lose when you're a multi-van company outweighs the investment for sure.
And I think that people do things very differently as well. Like what poles do you use?
Well, mine are all custom made from China.
Oh.
Yeah. With my logo on. Cheap.
They're cheap poles.
Yeah, I would never buy the price. I'd never pay the price for poles like from Ionic or anything like that.
No, Ionic are
not happening.
Another level, and I don't like them anyway.
But so there's a few people now that stock the same poles that I use. So if I was to ever buy a pole, not directly, I'd just buy it from one of them.
So we're using Tom from CleanLink.
Yeah,
for everything now.
Effectively the same poles we use.
Right.
Slightly different supplier, but
they're quality.
Yeah.
And he's bringing out a version 2 next week or the week after, and they're even better. Because another guy got electrocuted. Did you see that?
I did, yeah. Yeah, sad. And
so I've not come across it. Is it because I'm more in a city than there's not loads of overhead cables?
It's not that. It's a super rare thing. But when it happens, you hear about it. It's like.
But are you telling Elliot to not put his pole near?
Yeah, of course I am. Of course I am, because it's better to be safe than sorry. But like 2 people a year die from crocodile attacks in Australia or something ridiculous like that. Like 2 people a year.
Yeah.
But if you was in an area infested with crocodiles, you'd be shitting yourself. But the reality is you're super unlikely to be killed by a crocodile.
I just agree with Ashley McIntosh a little bit that I think there has to be some sort of regulation that comes in soon.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to police it.
Because there's people just doing what they want.
I don't disagree with regulation. I just think
unless you tell someone, like I didn't know, the uneducated me didn't know. I don't know the difference between a telephone. I do now, but I didn't know the difference between a telephone cable and a power cable. You know, we used to rest our poles on power cable and stuff like that. But you know, yeah. But now I'm aware of it because of these blokes that have hurt themselves and died. I just think that why isn't every pole coming with that insulated bottom bit and
they should do.
It should
and
really.
I think they will become the
Chinese
normal.
pole's insulated on the bottom one.
They're not, no. They can be.
What pole do you use?
Same. It's through CVS.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
same
yeah.
supplier. So yeah,
I won the CVS pole from your competition.
Did you?
It's not a bad pole.
It's all right, yeah?
It's all right.
What size was it?
25.
Mate, incredible pole.
Is it the high mod or the
No,
normal
it's
carbon?
the cheaper one.
Yeah. I've just got the 20. I think I've got the 25
I
as
was
well.
Gardner for years because I know them. And Gardner are good at a lot of things, but not good at other things. You know, there's no innovation with Gardner. It's just,
The prices of the poles are just ridiculous.
I was buying, it's like £300
£700 for a 22-foot pole.
For a high mod, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never used a high mod pole. Never.
But CVS would be, what, 400 quid? Something like that.
You got high mod? Yours high mod?
Mine aren't, no.
I don't. Is it that much better?
I've never used one.
Yeah, I've never. Even my roof
I don't
cleaning
think
pole's not high mod.
I don't think I need. If my poles are perfect, I don't think I need any improvements on them. So being more rigid and slightly heavier wouldn't do anything for me.
And with the staff, you know, like you were saying, you were thinking about giving up roofs because, like Lee said, a staff member going through someone's roof is a disaster, isn't it? It's different when it's you by yourselves, but putting a staff member on a roof and they fall off is a big deal for you as the employer. Is that not the same risk with your poles?
No, I think you're much more likely to fall off a scaffold tower than you are to electrocute yourself.
Yeah, but I hadn't heard it for 20 years, and then the last 2 years, 2 of people have done it. So
But it's because it's becoming. It's because they're trying to push legislation. It's always happened.
We just haven't heard about it.
Well, social media has been huge for sharing of information. 10 years ago, if someone died from being electrocuted in a little town in Scotland, you would never have heard about it.
Yeah.
But now there's GoFundMes and Facebook, and it's going to be all over the pages, like, straight away.
I know it sounds horrible as well. Good point. I know it sounds horrible as well, but there is it's going to sound terrible. There is a margin where, like, as long as it doesn't come out of the margin, like 2 or 3 people are dying a year. I know it's tragic. It totally is tragic. But in the grand scheme of things of how many workers there are in the UK, 2 or 3 is actually probably not that bad.
Nothing, yeah.
Like when you think about road traffic collisions,
Yeah.
completely different ball game.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So now if that number rose from 3 to say 250, everyone would be like, right, let's jam the brakes on this, lads. We need to sort this out today.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's not that
Also,
much.
you've got to take into consideration that how many of the people that die from electrocution were doing things like you just said, like resting their poles on electric cables, thinking nothing of it, or were uneducated. So if you know it's a potential
I've
danger.
got my employer hat on, and I've had to learn a lot from employer hat, like how to deal with people, HR. Like I didn't really have a lot of experience in any of that, and I've had to fire people, make people redundant. I had to learn how to do all that, and I think this is just another thing I've got to learn. That maybe I need to be over precautious and
you should be over precautious.
Get those insulated poles for my lads because there is a risk, even how small it is. There's a risk, and if Elliot, something happened to Elliot, it'd just be awful for you.
It's horrible.
It
mate.
would be
it's
awful.
the worst thing ever.
It would be.
I'd probably stop. If
of course
someone
you would.
died.
Yeah, of course you would. And if that can be avoided through education and maybe a difference in poles, it's not that much more to get insulated poles. I might just do it.
No, I think it's.
When I see that you could literally, the one I see it was Dean who's doing the hot water systems. The pole's he's just posted it on the Discord, didn't he? It's only the bottom section needs to be insulated. And when I see that, I was like, of course.
Because you're only holding that one in.
Yeah, you're only holding that one anyway. And it's like, in the grand scheme of things, we should actually, I'd back it. I'd vote for it. I'd introduce it tomorrow.
Yeah.
If everyone I don't even mind starting it and putting it to a vote because I think that's a great bit of kit.
Just
make sure the last pole is insulated.
That guy at the expo, who I think I was talking to, I'm not sure if you spoke to him, but he'd been in the industry 40 years or something, and he was there when they tried to bring in legislation to ban window cleaning from ladders.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember him saying that.
And there was just an uproar. But I personally think that's a good idea.
I think ladders are really unsafe. Yeah. I think they're awful.
I don't mind going up on a flat roof, like a little short ladder, but I don't think anyone really, window cleaning anyway, has any business being on second floor window.
We're going to have to think about it. Now, I'm thinking about it now, that I still think, even to a flat roof, I think it's quite unsafe to go up on a ladder. If you had to risk assess something, like a person by themselves shouldn't be going up a ladder, I don't think at all.
It's not
health and
safe,
safety. Health and safety would shut down so many window cleaning companies. Yeah. I'm not even joking.
Or I know full-time traditional window cleaners, and you think you're out by yourself on a ladder. It could be wet floor, it could be frozen floor.
It's horrible.
You know, the guy who works for me fell off a ladder on his own time, but he fell off a ladder still and really hurt himself.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't want that to happen. Then it be on my back.
Well,
it's bad enough that it wasn't on my back. It worked for me.
All you can do is train the staff, have regular health and safety.
I'm gonna
drills.
I've made my mind
and then
just in this conversation. I'm gonna buy some insulated poles. Just
provide
it's
the
something
insulated
off
poles.
my head, isn't it? Something I don't have to think about.
You know, make sure they're wearing correct footwear.
And educate them, mate. Just
like
you
the
said,
health and safety
the Monday meetings, just have a chat with them
a lot
all.
of that. And Graham is my health and safety guy.
I think really,
he's created a manual.
At your size, you need to dedicate at least 1 day a quarter, if not 1 day a month,
training,
where you get all the guys in the office for the day and say, right, we're doing training. Yeah, I think that'll change your business.
Get a pizza, mate. Have a nice little day, couldn't you?
Oh, mate, I'm taking an end of year do to this Japanese fusion place, and my bill. I know the bill before I go, and it's wrong. How much money I'm spending on this do.
They love you for it, mate.
It's good food, though. It's good food.
They love you for it.
You know, taking all their partners out, all drinks all night on me.
You're going to wear your whistle.
It's a lot of money. I'm going to wear my whistle, and I'm going to get some flack for it. But
mate, good on you. Good on you.
Next time I come on in December, I'll bring my whistle.
Oh,
you'll be like, "What is this?
You got to wear it. You got to wear it for your podcast, didn't you?
Wear it. Yeah, wear it.
I have worn it on mine yet.
All right, let's wrap it up, shall we? Because it's getting on, and I'm getting hungry.
See you Saturday, man.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Uncleanables Podcast, guys. I've been Dan.
I've been Ryan.
I've been Jim.
And remember,
stay cleaning.
Because
normally you do the outro.